Hello and welcome everybody. Thank you for joining us for the Sankei Shimbun Cup Women's League on the WRC channel. If you're enjoying our broadcasts, please consider doing all the lovely YouTube stuff to help grow the channel, like liking the stream, subscribing, all that wonderful stuff. I am Kyril, the person working behind the scenes today, and joining me for game one is tipzntrix. Hello.
Hi everyone, welcome to the stream. Very excited today. You may see some familiar faces, some hyped commentators, as well as some celebrity players that you've been waiting for it the whole season, I think.
Yeah, this is going to be a bit of a special one for, at least for us here at WRC.
Of course.
But yeah, later on today, you'll also be hearing from Dave and Corak. Let's get through our sponsors real quick. Our broadcast today is sponsored by WRC and USPML. We hope you'll check out the Sparrow's Nest, a New York Marshall studio fully equipped with Slim Score, Ultimate, and Rex 3 auto tables. WRC, of course, is the World Riichi Championship, the most prestigious international mahjong tournament in the world. Held once every 3 years, the next of which will be in New York in 2028. But the Sankei Shimbun Cup. It's actually made of two separate leagues. We have the Scepter League in Tokyo and the Orb League in Western Japan. In Tokyo, we have 60 teams split into 15 groups of 4. Each group battles the other 3 teams in their group over 10 sessions, and then the top team from each group and the top individual players advance to 2 different final tournaments. The Orb League has 5 groups, and since they're in different locations, their games are more spread out, and each region has their own schedule. But we're here to watch WRC today. They sponsored the team this season, and they are playing. They're made up of an entirely international roster. We have Gemma as our team captain from the UK. Jenn from the US, Mio Nishida from South Korea, and Yuumi Uotani from Japan. Our players. They're going to be playing today. I'm so excited. I think we also got a bunch of special videos, right, from the team.
Yes, they've recorded some great greetings and their own reactions to the games today. That'll be very exciting to see and listen to.
I'm looking forward to watching those, absolutely. So, before we get into it, I guess we have a quick look at the scores. I believe we saw them yesterday, and I believe Team WRC going into this session in the lead. Yeah, quite a big lead, in fact. With a massive score of plus 126.1. The black triangles are deltas, that means they have a negative score. So, we're the only team in the positives. That's always a good sign, right?
That's true. We have over 130 point lead, which is quite a big gap here in these Sankei Shimbun rules, the Mondo TV Pro League rules. This is not a small gap at all. So congratulations to Team WRC, and this is only after session 2, so this is coming up to session 3. Very quickly out ahead Team WRC.
Still got plenty of league left to go. There are 10 sessions, but it's always good to see this. Even just for now, it's nice to see. And I'm sure, I hope, fingers crossed, that lead is only going to get bigger in the games we see today.
That's right, that's right. Good luck to Team WRC for sure.
Yeah, and who is representing our team in game 1 we're watching today?
So, our first dealer from Maze Bar, an SPM professional, Mikoto. In the south seat from NPM, representing ML Stadium, it's Yukari Asakura. In the west seat, the Team WRC representative from JPML, it's Yuumi Uotani for the first game. And in the north seat, to round it out, for the Team Ground Queens, another JPML representative, it's Haruka Kinoshita.
Normally I say good luck to everybody, but today I'm saying good luck to Team WRC.
Well, I'm sure we have a vested interest in this one. As the WRC channel commentators here, so it's going to be super exciting. If you want to see more Team WRC and other WRC activities and streams, make sure to like and subscribe. Now,
the more we grow, the more we can do, right? So it's going to be great.
Now let's get to game number 1.
Oh, I'm really excited. gonna be great.
Oh, here
So
we
this is the
go.
first time I'm actually gonna be looking at the World Riichi jackets. Because I think we may have seen Jenn in the background in one or two of the previous
Hmm.
broadcasts, but
A little less sports jersey like this year, a little more t-shirt jersey like.
yeah, it's almost like a vest, right? I'm sure it's probably built into the shirt, but it's like someone's wearing a little high vis vest on top of the.
Last year reminded me of hockey jersey.
Mm,
That was, as you know, as a Canadian, that was pretty exciting to see. This year is more of a classic t-shirt style. But it
it
has
does look like everyone here has a very fast opening hand. Not a huge
hmm,
amount of value unless we see a seven pairs hand build here with Dora 2 from our dealer Mikoto. But everyone else is going very quickly too, so we'll see.
yeah. Not exceptionally fast, but they are moving. They all have a lot of inside tiles.
That's true.
And
That's
that's an
true.
interesting 6-mon discard here from our dealer Mikoto. Is she already going for 7 pairs?
It's interesting as well, right? Because you don't necessarily want to give away that you're going for seven pairs that early on, and cutting a six that early along
Especially
with a
when she
seven
has
is.
a pair of 5s.
Hmm,
But it looks like she's committed to the 7 pairs. She's pretty close.
if we believe in the Suji Toitsu theory, the fact that we have a pair of fives, maybe we're more likely to draw a pair of that two of bamboo.
Right.
I think it's just a cult, and I think it's not necessarily based on any real fact, but it's still fun. I mean, we are seeing that two of bamboo being kept.
I think there's some reasoning behind it.
Okay, it's definitely something that I do, but I
Hmm.
don't know why I do it.
Hey,
Oh,
well,
well, that is Tempai
doesn't
waiting on the
use
wall.
it doesn't use the Suji Toitsu for the Tenpai weight. So perhaps she doesn't believe in it quite that much. And our other
Either way,
players
the terminal
are
weight is a
very
terminal weight.
close.
And
One
with
away,
two Dora,
everybody.
I think it's really interesting that we. Oh, West is actually. There's one cut. I actually might have been tempted to reach on that West. Once cut an on tile, that's not your wind.
Yeah.
That might have been where I committed.
Maybe she's worried it's too obvious since
Maybe.
her early discards were 7 pairs. This is 7 pairs with 2 Dora. Yeah, see, she switched from a 1-mon to an 8, so.
That is once discarded already. And I could see someone playing it.
Hmm.
But yeah, it's definitely one of those situations where you don't really want to be hoarding on a tiles. So yeah, cutting the south there is probably going to be very good at masking the fact that you're going for the seven pairs hand. Assuming that people haven't already just decided that that's what you're doing.
Right.
In the meantime, though, can anyone stop this? Asakura is still one away, but
And that is Tenpai for Uotani. It's like today.
the one man.
Can't
It's always the
always
case with seven
pick the
pairs,
right
right?
one.
Every
Yeah.
time you swap, you're gonna draw the thing that you swap to. But
Ooh, caught
paid
it.
off either way.
Off of Uotani, unfortunately, for Team WRC there.
Yeah, it's one of those situations where having the two Dora means you don't have to reach and you still get a huge payout.
9,600 is a lot for the dealer. I would have been
Exactly.
tempted to reach you. You never know when you can get
Hmm,
18,000, double that. But
true. That's
it would have been very hard to catch Uotani there. Mikoto comes out to an early lead here.
yeah, that is one of the best things about seven pairs for me, is that when you flip one array, you always flip two, right? They never come in ones.
Yeah, that's right. You can even run up to 24,000 on a sumo.
Hmm,
2 Dora, 2 Uradora, Riichi Sumo, and 7 pairs. Chitoitsu. That's 8 Han.
yeah. Oh, that
But
is a huge draw for our Tina Mikoto.
yeah, we'll see if she calls it here. The Dora is the exact same, actually. Cable decided to get a redo on that previous hand. Uotani does have the third copy of the White Dragon, so we'll see whether she discards that at some point.
Yuotani has a really interesting position, right? Because she knows where also she knows what all four of the three of pins are, which means it's going to be very hard for anyone to use that Dora.
And now she has one for herself. Mikoto does call the White Dragon, so she's going to go for a cheaper hand here, but pretty quick one.
Okay, another pair. The North is not Yakuhai, we can't call it. Something I might have been tempted to do if I pulled a 2 Dora, but not this time. But there is a chance for Mikoto to go for an all triplets hand, of all things. It's something that you don't often call for, but when you've got the Yakuhai on top.
I don't hate it. That would give good value to the hand, especially as the dealer. But maybe not as cheap as I originally envisioned. Kinoshita sitting on the 7-8-9 mixed triples, and now getting 1-2 so on the other side might be able to go for a half or a fully outside hand, the Chanta.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the situations where when your hand is kind of bad, like hers is in this situation, keeping the ability to get value is very important. Because you're probably not going to win a hand like this, right? It's usually going to be too slow. But
if you do,
the one, as I was about to say, the few times that you do win it, you want to make sure you win quite a lot of points, right?
Right.
Interesting though for Asakura, she could have maybe considered going for her own 7 pairs hand there.
7-8-9 draw here for Uotani, but the Dora does seem a little loose in the hand.
Mikoto is Tenpai now.
Yeah, Asakura
For I
does
believe
not want.
White Dragon only.
Oh, Dora does not come out. Uotani's gonna hold on to it. A little too dangerous here.
Yeah.
Especially after two
It's a
calls from the
2-5.
dealer. There's a call for Asakura though. Now Asakura's Tenpai. Uotani not finding Tenpai, but still going with the 7 so here. No win for
So
Mikoto
close to
yet.
being another win for our dealer, but not quite.
No weight swap.
A chance. Yeah, I might have been tempted to, but I guess the 7 is the Suji of the Dora. It's also just live. I mean, the 6 is also not that safe either.
Yeah,
but
I'm wondering. Maybe it was to avoid revealing information about the hand. You do a weight swap, people kind of feel where your weight is. I kind of do like the 5-8 a little better, even if we don't have red 5s in this rule set. Two. It goes out. Asakura is going to keep playing the hand. Uotani with a 1-mon. Still trying to find any Tenpai that will allow her to use the Dora there.
yeah, exactly. I may have miscounted, but I think that there's still 6 tiles. So sorry, there's five tiles for Mikoto's 2-5 man weight. In fact, we're at the end of row 2. We've still got 5 tiles left. 2
Not bad.
5s and 3 2s.
That's pretty good, actually, yeah.
Not the there's one of the 2s.
Uotani
It's not going to come out because this hand is
to fold here.
Yeah.
The 5 pin, but that's the wrong 5.
I think it's perfectly fine, especially this early on, especially after someone's made 2 calls. Unless you think they have absolutely nothing of value to just decide, you know what, I don't need to push this.
Yeah, hard to believe that when it's the dealer. They always have 1.5 times. Oh, Toy chance.
When we passed some Toy earlier, we had the chance to wait on the 3
man. I see it. And it pays
but
off.
Did get the eventual, I believe, just one hand, but 1 hand dealer and 1 repeat counter.
Right.
Mikoto just managing to just claw a few more points back.
She's been willing to play from the first hand, doing the Damaten, the silent Tenpai, as well as the second hand here, not going for the Toy. She's been willing to play her wider win rates, as opposed to going for more points on the same hand.
Although interesting enough, we would have sumoed had we gone for that or triplets as well.
Right. Yeah, on the
But yeah,
first
no,
on the first hand, 9600 is a lot of points. But on
yeah,
this hand, going
the Dora
from
2 makes the Dharma absolutely viable.
right.
Yeah.
This hand you could go from 1500 up with Toy Toy. That's 3 Han, probably 40 Fu. It could have been
Mm.
from 1500 up to 7700. So this hand, I don't know. Maybe it was worth
Yeah.
the more points. But maybe she was
If I
afraid of
was a
dealing in.
dealer, yeah, I think it depends on your read of the situation, right? Do you
Yeah.
think the other players are there? Just having anything to stop them from winning is viable.
Because honestly, even as the dealer, 1500 is probably less than you get from a draw.
Yes, exactly.
Or equal to, if 2 players are 10 play. There was one Honba though, so it was actually 1800. Don't think it matters all that much. Either way, she's been willing to play the higher win rate chances. So far, that's what we've seen from Mikoto. Throwing out
Speaking of
the honor
sacrificing
tiles,
win
yeah.
rate for value, Kinoshita has not taken the 5-6 pin shape and is instead going to be going hard for this flush. I love it.
Yeah, this could be worth a lot. Not just a half flush, but a full flush. All the
Full
honors
flush.
are kind of useless in her hand right now.
Yeah.
Has not drawn a single pair. Big 5 for Uotani. That's going to make it hard for Kinoshita. She could have really
Yeah, and
used that
hopefully if we're
5.
lucky.
Looking at this 3, how do you call it? Chi would work. You could have a pair of 3s and then you'd have 2 copies of 1, 2, 3. Hone, not so great. She just avoids it though.
Yes.
Complete no
I think
call.
honestly, unless you're for the full flush, I think it's okay to call. For a half flush, nah.
It's hard because you let that 3 pass. There are no more. You can see all of them.
That's
Most
true.
other people don't know, but there's no more 3 still. So
The other problem is that calling the 3 sort of makes the 5 very hard to use.
that's true. It
But
is a
then you can
5.
always just draw a 6 or something.
Yeah.
There's so many other ways to make that.
Maybe she would have called a 4, so maybe that's what she's holding out
Oh,
for.
it's 10 by
Huge
4
draw
Uotani.
for Uotani. Big comeback opportunity. Pinfu
So
locked
reach
in.
Infu Dora 1 with a chance of that pure double sequence if we win on the 7 of Bamboo. Good
What
luck.
will happen here?
I'm definitely not biased, but good luck. Gee, how's that looking right now? Because 4-7 of Bamboo is actually pretty
The
hidden
only
in the wall, I think,
downside is
right?
Kinoshita's obvious half flush. People are not going to want to discard Sozu.
That's true.
Maybe Kinoshita might discard it if she gets Tenpai though. But unfortunately, she doesn't actually have any right now. She still has to be very
Yeah.
careful with the Riichi though, because her
But
hand
the
is
Red
not
Dragon alone
Tenpai yet.
is kind of a scary push, and we're not going to be playing it.
And she's going to play the 3, so the safe tile. There's one of the winning tiles, but that locks right into Mikoto's hand. I don't see that coming out. She's gonna risk a 1, so, but no deal in.
The other interesting path for Kinoshita and her flush is we could be going for the 7 pairs flush.
That's true.
By cutting that 3 of Bamboo, we've got a lot of pairs in this hand.
The
In fact, we won away from
legendary
7 pairs Senpai.
Menhon Chitoi, as they call it. Menzen Honitsu Chitoitsu. Closed. Half flush, 7 pairs. Because 7 pairs can only be done closed, but you also get an additional Han for the half flush closed. It's a very valuable hand. Sometimes you can get it and it's not even obvious that you're on a half flush. I don't think that's the case this time. It is kind of obvious for Kinoshita. But if it's worth that much, it might be worth going for anyway. She is still sitting on 5 pairs right now.
So I'm really just looking at the 3 remaining tiles of this 4-7 Bamboo weight, though.
Huge draw
It's not
for
that many.
Asakura.
Oh.
There's a 5. Kinoshita, of course, wants the 5, but can't call it. Would like the Tenpai drawing the 5 for 7 pairs. But that means there are actually no more 5 cell left, so I think Kinoshita's pretty caught here. Unless she wants to call that south. She does not. A little too dangerous for her.
We go to our dealer here, though.
Yeah, Kinoshita
Is, I
doesn't
think,
know.
1 away from Tenpai.
Yes.
But she would deal in if she gets there, so...
Kinoshita goes with the 5. Safe. And
She's gonna call it
Mikoto calling here.
taking
Ooh,
the
avoids the deal
6-9.
in.
No Yaku Tenpai,
Yeah.
but Tenpai nonetheless is gonna be aiming for that payment at the end of this.
Yeah, we are running out of
But there's a 7!
tiles.
Oh, the good side too!
And sumo. No Uradora,
Didn't flip her.
unfortunately. That's a
But we
solid,
don't complain about Reach Sumo Pinfu Dora Ipeiko. We don't
yeah,
complain about that.
solid manga on 2 Homba. Get your Riichi stick back as well. Up into second
And that
place.
puts her right back. Yeah, it's as if she never dealt in. As we move on to East 2.
Yeah, the Homba kind of just worked themselves out there.
Hmm.
She's back on an even 1,000 score. So with East 2, our first dealer, Asakura, has a pair of South. Might have preferred that in the previous hand when she was the South player.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think too many pairs, but
Uotani
perhaps not
has
enough
one
pairs. We'll
South.
see. Time will tell.
Kinoshita has the pair of Easts, and Mikoto, who's no longer dealer, but East is still the wind of the round, has one East tile.
I guess Mikoto's probably eyeing up a flush this time herself, but we'll see.
Right.
And yeah, Kinoshita probably she could go for speed over anything else, but
Yeah,
I'm not.
aggressive push to these flushes. You know, there's been
I do like that.
a lot of analysis on Yaku and things like that. And a lot of the reason why Chanta gets a bad rap is how hard it is to make for how few points it gets. It's kind of the opposite for the half and full flush. They're the difficulty of making them generally not exactly equivalent to the points they get. In comparison to the other Yaku, the half flush and full flush Yaku are more valuable in terms of how easy it is to make them.
Yeah, it's easy to make, and it definitely is easy to weave other Yaku into.
Yeah. Especially in terms of
The
calling, they're one of you do still lose one Han for the half and the full flush, but they're one of the only Yaku that are still worth more than one open. You know, things like Tanyao, one open, Chanta is one open, Sanchoku, well, Tanyao being the all inside, Chanta being the half outside, Sanchoku being the mixed triples, Itsu the full straight. All of them are only one Han open, but half flush Honitsu still two Han open.
exactly.
And then Chinitsu full
Yeah,
flush is 5, which is very
I
nice.
guess the one downside with it is just how obvious it is to the other players on the table, but
Yeah,
at the
that's
same
fair.
time,
Yeah,
you
if you start
don't
opening
need to be
for
subtle sometimes.
if you start opening for a mixed triple or a full straight, those can also kind of be obvious. Or like a Chanta, an outside hand. So Uotani
I
gets
believe
first
Uotani is
tempai
now
here.
Tenpai in Riichi. I think it's just Pinfu only, right?
Whoa,
But I
Kinoshita
completely haven't
doesn't
looked at that.
go. The Dora is too much. Kinoshita's gonna hold
Mm,
out. Very dangerous dealing Dora on Ipatsu turn, but her hand wasn't that bad. We'll see. You can still turn it back around if she draws around the Dora. And she does. Dora
Oh,
Tanki!
poor Tonki.
The
No
Dora
one's going to deal
only
into that
pairweight.
except for maybe Uotani, but like that one, ooh, we'll see, we'll see. But there it is.
Big sumo for Uotani. Finds Uradora as
Can
well.
be flipper. Yeah, she's not in the North Sea, so it is Pinfu, I think.
Yeah, counting the
And
points
now
out. For Han.
it's almost like we never. I know I said that last time, but now it's like we just started winning from East One. You know.
Yeah, Uotani with back-to-back wins here. Got the 2 Homba from the previous rounds. This time, no
It will
Homba.
be her first dealership coming up, so now we'll see. If Uotani's dealership is half as good as Mikoto's, we're in for a game here.
We can see the new Team WRC logo. They picked a logo that matches the wide rectangle a little more this year. Last year they were using the full circle, the classic WRC logo. This year they're using the 2025 specific banner. It's nicely in the rectangle space as opposed to the circle that was more squarish, even dimensions both sides. It looks nice. Unfortunately, it does blend into the the Rex skull or the is this a Rex or an Ultima? The orange. Usually the orange I thought was an Ultima, but by the way, it blends right into the automatic tables border.
It's okay. It's camouflage. It means that the the opponents won't see you coming when you decide to run them. But you are right. It does kind of bend a little bit.
Oh,
This
Kinoshita
really
here.
does seem to be a a match of flushes today.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It happens a lot. The relative value is very good.
Yes.
I'll just say if Chanto is worth 2 Han and Honitsu is only worth 1 Han, I think we'd see a lot more Chanta.
Tenpai for Mikoto, by the way.
But it's too
And
late.
she's won already.
Sanzo! The no flush Mikoto taking another, like, not super expensive, taking the fast, high win rate, low value path.
I
It
do
keeps
think it's
her
really
ahead
interesting to
though.
see her style of gameplay. She
Yeah.
does seem to be very, very liable to go for those sort of sneaky closed weights. Like, well, I mean, obviously, it's whatever she can get, but choosing not to reach just to try and keep it hidden as long as possible. I think it's interesting with a hand like that. I think the EV move is to reach, but
The EV move is to
obviously,
believe in the 3-so, drawing you a ton of points. She did get the 3-so, but it just wasn't worth that much. No Riichi. But she's in the lead.
True.
So a lot of times a play like that is good in first place. Keep your lead and advance the game. However, because this
Yeah, I suppose
is
when the scores are
not,
this close,
this is not an East game. It's not a Tompusen. This is a East-South, a Hanchan game. Means it's not over after this hand. There's a lot of game to play still to defend the small lead.
yeah, exactly. But at the same time, I think it's interesting to see how a player treats those sort of variance versus expected value situations.
Right.
Because I think on average you get more points when you reach, but you're going to get some points more often if you don't. It's a really hard thing to balance, especially in a high stakes game like this.
Yes.
Looking at Uotani's hand right now, it's got a lot of work needing to be done. Unfortunately, this time around, but
Perhaps Uotani is applying a lot of pressure on the table as well. The newest recruit acquisition for Team WRC this year.
interesting enough,
No
though,
shade on
Kinoshita,
Jenn or Mio, but definitely the most storied, the most decorated
well, for
of the
sure,
WRC
yes.
players this year. So you
I
can't.
believe, according to Jen yesterday, I think she has the most titles of any player. Just any player.
Just any player, period.
A finals junkie by her own admission. I love that term. That's great.
Yeah, so definitely, perhaps, I wonder if Mikoto would play like this on other tables. Working for her so far, though. Oh, that is quite a draw
Kinoshita
for
is, yeah.
Kinoshita. Kinoshita has not been going down without a fight. Her hands have just not been winning yet. You can see it. She's definitely a solid hand builder here as well.
Exactly. She hasn't dealt it at any moment, and I believe she's been in it to win it. Just sometimes the tiles don't come.
And
Interesting
she's
enough, though, Kinoshita
keeping,
has a chance of building Rian Peiko.
yeah,
That twice pure sequence. A
she's
rare Yaki we
also
don't often
she's
see.
also keeping the 3-so here. Mikoto kind of wants that 3-so, but I don't know if she can ever really call it. Probably only for Roan. This is 1 away now. Tough decision for Uotani. Do you take a little bit slower and go for Tanyao? Maybe you can call? Or just keep the 1 away? She keeps the 1 away. Fastest hand. Is this
Asakura is also one
Tenpai?
away, but
No,
it's
not quite.
no, not quite. I think it's a slightly wider one away.
Hmm.
Actually, no, I don't think the 7 changes anything. Oh no, it does. It does. It does.
Yeah, it adds a couple tiles to the mix. But I wonder if the floater 3 so you lose some tiles for that. Because
Mm.
now 6 pin is Tenpai, for sure. That's why I was wondering if 6 pin actually won the hand there. This is also not quite Tenpai. Asakura 1 away still. Oh, another triplet for Uotani. Not gonna go for the full
Okay.
Suanko. Only 2
But on the
Gen
sewer, we get that
Shanten as
3.
it was. Yeah,
I've forgotten about Jen Shanten.
but this is a chance for Sananko, 3, as you mentioned. This is Tenpai for Asakura, but one Dora?
How
She's
do we
gonna
feel
fight it.
about the
One Dora, not a great
okay?
weight, but hard to make other decisions here.
It's the 7 of bamboo. Let's keep an eye out for that. Interestingly enough, I think that it's Suji to the person who's not going to win it. You're stressing
Hmm.
out. Oh no, it's fine. I have
Yeah.
faith. I have nothing but faith in Iwatani.
Kinoshita here is fighting as well. Kinoshita, and she's gonna go right to Tenpai. This hand also not worth much at all. One Han only, but it's Tenpai to try and stop these
Mm.
Riichis.
Yeah, looking at the
Seven
tile, really
mon. Tough break for Uotani
oh, even
there.
worse. 2 Dora.
Yeah,
Oh no.
that's a tough
Maybe you
one.
should have stressed out. Oh no, maybe I should be stressing out.
And what can you do if you made the right decision? No use
Yeah, absolutely.
looking back
That
on
sumo would
it.
have been huge. I think we did see if 2 of the 3 tiles the remaining were in other players'
Mm.
hands, I think. So it wasn't,
Mm.
but obviously there was no way to know that. And at the time, you go for those Riichis, especially when you're the first person to Tempai.
Right.
But
That's
when I
a
say you, I mean me. Maybe
you, me, you, me. You mean Yumi, right?
you me? Yes,
Yuumi
yes.
Uotani.
Brilliant.
And Japanese on its own already has enough play, and then you enough wordplay, and you mix in English, and all of a sudden you can almost turn any word into any other word.
Mm.
It's crazy.
I do love a good pun.
But we're gonna need more than puns here. Uotani was looking really good in the latter half of the East round. Unfortunately, 2 deal-ins here. Tough deal-ins
Still,
and battles that she just didn't win.
things are never completely terrible if you're 12,000 points from first place,
That's
right?
right. Still pretty close.
Yeah.
And
Let's
also
move on.
not 4th place right now. Kinoshita
Yeah, about the
hasn't
second
been able
is
to
tight.
hasn't been able to grab any wins here on the table yet going into South 1.
I think it's really interesting to see sort of the difference between a player who is mostly playing defensive and a player who's taking risks but winning about as much as they're losing.
Yeah. I mean, Kinoshita took some risks too, but didn't
But
none of
that's
them
true.
paid off, but none of them had her paying out either. Still,
Mm.
just the sumo loss, the points lost by other players sumoing tiles, enough to leave her in last place right now. Mikoto with the small chips, the one big hit in East 1, 9,600. Then a few
Yeah, it's
small
looking like this might
chips
be
after that.
another small hand from her. She does have the pair of East, and she is dealer, so there's a chance we could go cheap and fast. But
Yeah, since we're in the
okay, well,
South round, it's only 1 Han now instead of 2.
that's true. There's that pure sequence as well on offer with that amazing 5 of bamboo draw.
Right.
But sorry though, with the fill 6, 7, 8 in pins,
Oh, a
that was one of
3
the weaker
so.
shapes that we really needed to fill in. Not quite though. Still 2 away.
Yeah, I still need some help here. But fortunately for Uotani, none of our players are quite there yet. I think they all seem to be 2 away right now. A
Is this going to be
little,
called by our dealer?
yep,
It is.
snaps it up. Now
Makes
1
sense. 1 away
away.
now.
The first
Setting up
player
a
to be
Suji
one
trap.
away. Oh, is this one
Hoping we
away?
get the...
No, I don't think so. Nope.
No, it's still 2.
No.
But I guess the one comfort, I suppose, is even though Mikoto is in first place, the hand is not worth that many points. Actually, no, it's got a Dora. It's
It
smaller
does
than I
have a
thought. It's smaller than I
Dora.
thought. Something that's really easy to do in a live game. Just think, oh yeah, they don't have any value, and then you just see Dora 3. And, oh yeah, they do have value. Okay,
Right.
I made a mistake.
Don't have to look for
Ooh,
the red 5s here, though. So there's only one set of Dora to look for. At least until
that's definitely
somebody
true.
makes a con. But we haven't seen any cons on this table yet. To be fair, I don't think we've seen any opportunities. Speaking of Dora, that's a pair for Kinoshita.
Asakura managed to get one away with our last draw as well. But this is going to be Tenpai for Mikoto.
Yeah, revealing the Dora. So how many more could she have? We don't see anymore.
That's
We
a good
see
question.
0, but who knows? Only Kinoshita
One
knows.
away for Uotani. Although we still got that really awkward Kanchan shape at 5-7. And the
Mikoto
hand's over, so...
catches it, though. Kinoshita dealing in here.
You know, I was just talking about how Kinoshita was not hadn't dealt in this entire game so far.
Yeah.
I feel like I cursed it. I'm sorry. I will apologize.
She was taking risks. Just none
True.
of them happened to have her dealing in until now. But he hasn't won either. That's what makes it tough for her here.
And as we're saying, with the dealer making those 2 calls, you see 2-hand, but odds are it's probably not more than that. Obviously, you don't want to be super risky, but if you're
Well,
going to take a risk, it's a little bit more justified if you know what the opponent might actually have if you deal in.
yeah, Mikoto here keeping the 5s in both suits.
Once again, opening with a pair of the Easts.
Yeah, triple 2s for Kinoshita. Rest of the hand not looking too great. I was contemplating maybe going for a half flush or something here as Mikoto, but with a 5 in both of the other suits, perhaps it's just too efficient. Also, the 5 so is Dora. I just noticed that now, so that's probably another factor keeping her from going for that. Oh, she still doesn't get rid of it. Willing to get rid of 2, 3
going for 7 pairs. Oh, I love this. That's so greedy. That's beautiful. Good luck.
I don't even know if it's 7 pairs or just keeping Dora around, but 7 pairs is definitely an option. She's already at 5.
I mean, when I've got 5 pairs and I've got that Dora, I'm thinking 7. Right? Maybe she isn't. I could easily be overstepping, but that's
I'm
what I'd be
sure it's
hoping
on
for.
her mind.
Although we have already cut the West, though, so I guess we're keeping it as a safe tile in case we just don't quite get there.
You could always draw it, and then you wouldn't have to be Furita and waiting on it. We'll just see if... Oh, there's an East for Kinoshita. We'll see if... Oh, what a draw on the Dora!
Oh,
no
my.
Riichi again. Dama 10 again.
I mean, with Dora 2, you don't have to reach.
Yeah, it's basically the exact same hand that she started with an East one, getting it back again in South one. Deja vu here. There's another East tile. Is it going to come out this time? Kinoshita's hand is not bad. Out comes the East. Yeah, definitely no call here. She's already Tenpai. Switching to the red dragon weight. Oh, Asakura. Uh-oh.
It is live. We're at the end of row 1, and no one has played the red dragon. So maybe if you're starting to feel not as confident about your hand, you might think, okay, I can pass on this.
Just
You're going to say
talking about that.
Although,
wait,
it's Tenpai.
Oh, it's a green dragon Dora, though.
Khan into reach.
Khan into reach, one of the most dangerous and powerful moves in the game. Red dragon comes out, 5-pin just too dangerous to throw on Ipatsu turn to the reach. Wait, no, 5-pin is safe to the reach. Huh, interesting.
I think I think that's exactly the plan, though, right?
That's their plan.
The 5-pin is safe to the reach.
Yeah, but if the red dragon had dealt in, that would have been pretty dangerous.
True. Yeah.
Oh! 5-mon deals in.
No, although about that. So with the Khan and the extra Uradora, we did not flip anything.
Yeah, nothing.
That's unlucky.
Nothing for Kinoshita there.
But that has evened the scores a little bit.
Yeah, Mikoto also dodged the Ipatsu turn. Even though she didn't
Yes.
play the safe tile. She played the danger, but didn't deal Ipatsu. After that, though, unfortunately, drawing that extra 5-mon, making the sneaky swap reach with one of the 5-mon in her hand, but that doesn't change the fact that it still deals in. Small hand, though.
Yeah.
Kinoshita not able to collect on any Uradora.
Unfortunately. Yeah, it's really unfortunate, right? When you have the 4-door indicators,
Yeah,
because you can't.
and you're
It was
trying to
your
come
card. You
back.
made the door indicator show up,
Mm.
and you just didn't get lucky. Sometimes it happens. That's Mahjong.
Yep, but she is on the board now. She has a win in the game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Uotani going to call here. She has one Dora, so a little bit of value. Kinoshita has a pair. Kinoshita could be a silent assassin here on this hand. Although I think considering she's in last place, she might prefer to Riichi.
A huge pull for idea, though, picking up that Dora. Filling in the 6, 7, 8 of character shape.
Huge 3, 4, 5, but she's keeping the 2-mon over the extra 9-mon. I guess she really wants to keep the pair of Dora, not willing to take the other weight and lose a Dora for it.
Uotani
Uotani
being very
moving
aggressive here,
aggressively,
but
yeah.
one away from Tenpai with 2 bad shapes, but still one away.
Yeah, she does have 2 safe tiles in the north. So a lot of times when you move aggressively like this and your hand is cheap, it's still kind of okay if you have safe tiles in case somebody does Riichi. Of course, it's only 2.
Yeah, always having that sort of
It's only
parachute
2.
cord.
Right.
And as long as you know when to press it, that is another huge draw for our dealer.
1 away
One
for
away.
Asakura in the dealer's slot.
This is Tenpai for Kinoshita, waiting on the 3 of
Kinoshita.
characters.
Will Uotani keep pushing into this? Definitely doesn't have the value. Oh, that's a second reach, this time from the dealer. Might be time to use that parachute cord you mentioned. There's one. Oh,
Time to slow down.
3-mon is the only tile that Kinoshita can win on. 2-5 so for the dealer Asakura.
Oh, interestingly, for Uotani, we did just draw a pair after cutting a pair, so we're still one away.
Wonder if she'll be able to hold on here. I don't think she'll try anything too dangerous.
I think it's unlikely, yeah.
Another 3
Although,
interesting. Yeah, those 3-mon are the winning tiles of Kinoshita.
yeah, but in a headbutt situation, it'd be kind of be sad for Kinoshita to get head bumped on the 3 of characters, but would be definitely very funny to see Uotani steal the win.
Well, that's not the winning tile. It's close, but no.
Not quite.
8-mon. Was there one more 3-mon left in the wall, I believe? What, a triplet?
I think so.
Although I don't know if Mikoto can really use a triplet here. I think she's really stuck on 7 pairs. Another 7 so for Uotani. I mean, at least it doesn't deal in. 5-mon. No dice. Oh, we're gonna switch back to pairs. 7, 8, 9. Tenpai! Uotani has head bump.
So we head bump the 3, but we can also win on the other, but that's the end of this hand.
That's
no
right.
error, but still. Nothing wrong with Reach Pin Fedora 1.
Yeah, it's a dealer win, so it's worth a good amount of points. 2 Riichi sticks on the table, although one of them was hers.
For Kinoshita.
Tough
Her attack was perfectly valid, just unlucky this time.
Yeah, Riichi 2 Dora, good value. Not a great weight, but hard to improve it there.
Yeah, when you got 2 Dora, you know, it's easy. It's a lot easier to justify things when you have 2 of the Dora, because you know that there's only 4 Dora, and you know, especially because there's not any red 5s. I mean, that means other people don't have it usually.
Right.
So yeah.
Well, it looks like we're moving towards a flush right off the bat for Asakura.
That does seem to be the theme of this match, at least.
See what Kinoshita does with these tiles.
Yeah, she's really had some very unfortunate deals, I think. We talked a lot about her being able to make value even when the deal was pretty bad.
Yeah.
And she's been doing her best, but those deals have been pretty bad for her, unfortunately.
Kinoshita does get the Para West, which is her win, though. Still not super valuable, unlike our dealer Asakura here, who has both the half flush and two Dora in the bag almost. Maybe even a
You say
full
half flush. I
flush.
think it's the full flush, yeah.
Yeah, talking about dealer buy-on, 24,000 points. They do
Oh
need
my.
that, though. ML Stadium is deep in the hole in last... Excuse me. In last place here. In the
And
overall
that is
standings.
another pin tile, a useful pin tile too.
This could be extremely impactful. This could have a huge change to the scores.
Okay, an interesting draw for Mikoto. I could see all three of the players on the left side of our screen getting
Right.
to Tenpai in a reasonable time. One of those Tenpais is a lot scarier than the others, though.
Yeah, multiple factors increasing the value of our hand. Mikoto getting close to Tenpai as well here.
Yeah, one away now, thanks to that draw.
2-3 so.
It's one of these situations where obviously you really like the full flush, but Dora 2 is still Dora 2, right?
True.
So if we do draw the 1-4 of Bamboo, I would not be complaining. I wouldn't even be complaining about
Call
a
from
1-4 wait if we
Kinoshita.
get Dora
She's
2 or
looking
Dora
for
3.
these wests. She's really putting her eggs in this basket on catching a west tile at some point. Can be a little dangerous against someone who you expect is going for a flush. They might be holding your west. Of course, we can see that those wests are actually up for grabs on the board.
Yeah, but that draw, Iwatani's got a slightly better one away. It's still kind of awkward. But one away's one away. If she's first attempt time, she might be able to end this before anything else happens.
There's 7? Okay.
Oh, another miss.
Yeah, when dealer discards the east tile, that's interesting.
And this is a really awkward draw for Iwatani because obviously that 6 pin, when you're thinking about the other players who might be flushing, you've not seen any. We've only seen one player discard pin tiles, period.
Right.
Having that 6 pin is very scary, especially now we see this reach.
Yeah, it's actually
It's not
Riichi
waiting on pin tiles.
only, but it's still nice.
But we do get Tenpai for Iwatani. She's going to reach.
Yeah, this could
So
be worth a
reach,
lot as well.
Pinfu, all simples, potentially Pure Sequence, and we have one Dora. Yeah, potentially huge for Iwatani.
It looks like Asakura just started out with some really good draws and kind of dried up. Oh, almost thought that was her winning tile. It was a little confusing, but no.
Can I con? Can I con for another try? No, I can't.
Right.
No, that changes my word.
There's a few problems with that. Kinoshita kind of folding now. Her West only hand, not good against two reaches.
Yeah, Kishita, obviously you don't want to ever fold when you're behind, but you have time. You have time to build something better. It's okay.
There's a
Same thing here.
West.
I kind of expect Asakura to be pushing a little bit at least, but we do end up getting the summer.
Sanzo!
It's the wrong side for that Pyoro sequence, but nothing wrong with this win here. Nothing wrong at all.
Nothing wrong with Sanzo.
In fact, probably done another count of the Aki there. There might have been one of the situations where the extra one hand wouldn't have changed the value of the hand at all.
Right.
But yes, we now have a situation where Team WRC are in second place going into South 3. I think we're in a very similar situation in East 3 now I think about it. Mikoto in first, Uotani just a little bit behind. And this is a decent start.
Yeah, this time the
I feel really bad
vu,
for
the
Kinoshita.
deja vu, how long will it continue?
Like looking at the start, she's got that pair of red dragons, but calling this late in the game with this many points to make up
Well, big
just feels
pwn.
kind of
Yeah, it's pretty tough, right? No
You
Dora
want to get some value
either.
somewhere.
He's hoping for at least like Chanta and 1, 2, 3 Dora. Maybe
Yeah,
Sanshoku
chance
as
would be
well.
nice.
Chanta, Sanshoku, like a half outside mixed triple, 1 Dora, and maybe red on top of all that. That would be a Mangan,
Yeah,
basically.
there are definitely routes to value, but
But it's pretty far. Yeah.
mm,
There's a red. We'll see what happens when Asakura, or if Asakura discards it.
a very useful draw for Uotani.
Oh, there's a 7 pairs route here for Kinoshita as well. He's hoping to
I was
find a
thinking about that,
Dora.
but I felt kind of scared to mention it.
Pairs here now for Asakura, but she's already called, so she can't actually make 7 pairs. We'll have to go for either a cheap hand or all triplets, toy for value.
Yeah, trips is always achievable, right?
Hey, there
Oh,
it is. She still
there
has
it is.
South
Yeah,
for value as well. 5, 6, 7. Is that an option for Uotani? It's not a great one.
it's a really awkward one away, but the chance of that Sanchoku, as you're saying, 5, 6, 7, it's doable. It's just, ugh.
Just gotta look at it.
Okay.
Yeah, either that or all inside or both.
Well, that's a very interesting draw though for Kinoshita. That one of
Yeah.
characters there. Maybe adding the option of accepting that Dora, maybe adding the option of a 1 to 3 mixture sequence into the mix.
Yeah, that's what I was mentioning at the beginning of the hand. Uotani is
Mm,
still not Tenpai, but she's pushing forward. This is a strange draw. Very strange draw.
yeah. This kind of goes against everything I was
Oh,
just saying.
just yeeted
We're
it
just gonna get
back.
rid of it. That
Throw
makes
it
sense.
right back. I was wondering
It's
what
gonna get called.
if the 8-pin would come out, but that gives Uotani Tenpai.
4-7.
Triple
Very interesting draw.
sixes for
Tripling that
Mikoto.
up.
She's still a little bit slow here. Those south pairs, Mochi Mochi, locked up between Mikoto and Asakura, both holding each other back here. Another 2-pin.
So,
This could be huge. Still not
but
willing really to discard the 8-pin though. Yeah, even willing to give up the 1, 2, 3 Sancho. Just thinks this 8-pin is gonna deal in.
by my count, Watani's Tenpai is 3 tiles, 1, 4, 2, 7s.
Hmm.
So not the greatest weight, but it's out there.
That
Oh, that's
she's
Tenpai.
gonna wait on the 8-pin. No Dora here, just 7 pairs. 7 pairs without Dora can often feel very cheap. So you gotta use Riichi. Make it more valuable.
But of
Big
course,
Tenpai! Hard to
oh
get
wait,
the
is that the
winning tiles
no?
there though. Her
Hmm.
toy is locked up by other players' pairs. Unless Mikoto discards South. Formon is also pretty tough to find. It's close to Dora. See one of them here. Uotani. Oh, Uotani.
Chance to change to 5/8.
Uotani does not switch. Saved.
Hmm.
There's Dora 2-mon. That's not coming.
No, no way.
3-mon switch? No Yaku on the switch. It's a matter of how dangerous it is. They're gonna keep pushing. Uotani continues as well with the East. 8-pin just not there.
Yeah, there's only 2 left to draw.
Oh, pullback. The pullback of the tile. That one was a little. That one is maybe a judge call. It was close.
Hmm.
I think the tile went over in front of the wall, but it wasn't.
It's gonna
put
feel
on
like
the
a backfire
table.
for Asakura there.
Mm.
Cutting the 3 would have potentially won on the 2, but had she cut the 4 instead,
2-pin
keeping that 2-3
discard.
shape.
Uotani continues. Avoids discarding the Formon, which will deal into the big hand from Asakura here.
Oh, that's a good point. If the 4-man does get discarded, we'll be head bumped. That's unfortunate. Oh no.
Hmm.
Hadn't thought about the head bump. Ah, such I personally do not appreciate that rule.
Tuso having a really deep think about Tuso.
Yeah, I
Tough
mean we don't have
tile.
much information at all, but about Bamboo at all, right? We see 1-4 played. There are no lower, other than the Tuso that she played herself. There are no low Sosu played.
Right. Very dangerous, and a lot of tiles have passed through against the Riichi already, so that means there's even less tiles. Yeah, she's gonna fold. Not even I don't even think that was 100% safe, the 7 so, but more safe. I think only Asakura is waiting on the 4-mon. Well, not
And Uotani's
anymore.
waiting 4-man as well.
Oh, you're right. That's why I was talking about her dealing it out. So Asakura would have head bumped. But Asakura is no longer waiting on it, so don't have to worry about that.
This might be one of those
5-mon.
situations
Out that goes.
where we do end up seeing that the 10-5 payment. No!
7-mon. Big draw for Uotani here. And another unfortunate hand for Kinoshita. She looks up there. She's not been having the greatest game. She did have one win, but it was very small. She did the con, didn't hit Urodor. Almost kind of feels like a loss, even though she won on the 1900
Yeah, it's so
points or whatever.
unfortunate.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
honestly, a pretty small win, but a dealer win, and at the crucial time.
yeah.
So
For Uotani, this is pretty big. Stops the Riichi and everything. Kinoshita's just having one of those frustrating games where you can't get the luck to turn your way.
she's definitely been in it to win it. She's definitely made some very good Riichis. Just yeah, sometimes that's Mahjong. I hate to say it.
Asakura here looking pretty good with a triplet of South. He is not the South player, so it's only one Han, but still a very quick way to shut down Uotani's dealer. Asakura needs a few more points than just a quick shutdown, though. He does have that Dora Tuso here. Might be able to work that into the hand for a few more points. We'll see just what happens.
Speaking of that Dora too,
It's another one. This could be huge, actually. Uotani, not a bad hand either. Mikoto's hand is getting there as well. But yeah, again, this is a tough one for Kinoshita. It's not completely out of it, but she has the pair of 3-so, which are not Dora.
So there's something I always say that's one of my weaknesses when I'm playing Mahjong. It's playing from behind.
Right.
Especially when you've had like a really unfortunate, unlucky deal in, and your mental might not be as good as it would normally be, and then you also try to figure out how to recover and score valuable hands to try and make the gap in the last minute.
Yeah, because when you're playing from behind, the amount of hands you can win is reduced. Since you're playing for larger value, you can't play all the quick hands that you would normally play when you're ahead. So your win rate essentially goes down. Not going for the pairs here. Asakura does not keep the extra pair she drew. Kinoshita gets a second pair. She doesn't want it either. Interesting. She'd rather have. I
think she's trying to force the Itsu, a pure straight. Yeah.
One of the things you do when you're behind.
Could have another Khan. Asakura's going for it.
Oh no, South. What's the next Dora? Looks like 6-mon. Is that a 5-mon on
it
the
is
roll?
In fact 6-mon. So with Dora 2 and the South.
Crazy. Her hand is still closed, I believe. Yep, that's the only call she's made. So she could also reach you for monster points.
I don't think I would though. When I've got Dora 4, I think I just I try and get out of that hand as quickly as possible.
Yeah, a Mangan is enough to put her in the lead.
That's also very true, yeah. The score gaps are very important here. Oh, that's still going to be a Dora cut, but can't refuse that, really. It is going to be called by Uotani Ardila. Going Adazuke, hoping to pick up the White Dragon after the first call.
Now it's the play. Do you still keep the 9-pin for the full straight, or do we move to Tanya? There's a chance for Urodor if you can just get to Tanya. Yeah, so no
Dora 4, I think just all yeah, okay. Dora 2, less important, but
Mikoto Reach. This is big.
Reach pin for the chance of also
trying to get first place back here. It's gonna be more than just first place. It could be hugely. Anything can happen with all the extra Dora indicators. Kinoshita unfortunately doesn't like that. I like seeing that.
Yeah, my question is, where are the 2 White Dragons? Because if anyone draws them at this point with this reach out, it might shut down their hand. They might have to just choose to fold.
That's right. Although Uotani could obviously. Oh, Mikoto. Oh, what? See what happened, but I don't think that was her winning time.
No, I don't think so.
It seems like it was
Okay,
discarded.
side grade.
Oh, that is
But
though.
we end up getting that pull, and it's a good side 2 for that pure sequence to be flip her. We do
One,
flip
I believe.
1.
6 so.
Yeah. What a huge win for Asakura. Sorry, for Mikoto.
Yeah, that's a big. It's a Haneman. That's a
And
huge win.
unfortunately, I know I'm being biased, but it's us that had to pay the high side of that, the dealer side.
Yeah, WRC was dealer has to pay the 6,000 instead of 3,000. Kinoshita's final deal. There's
Second place is still a very good result here, but losing that extra 3,000 points because we were sat in the wrong seat, oof, it's going to be putting a little bit more pressure on than we would have liked. But you never know. We could be here for the next. What, 40 minutes? We've got an 80-minute timer. Kinoshita could just win game after game. The match I commentated yesterday did end due to time, so.
Ooh. His hand isn't the greatest, but it does have a triple 6-pin in the middle and a Dora 1.
That's true.
So there is hope for Kinoshita.
And honestly, that's kind of what we want to be seeing, right? We want to be seeing Kinoshita ideally run team from Maze Bar Mikoto. If she can actually chain a few wins, and especially if they end up being targeted wins against people who are not us.
Yeah, a lot of 2-so, 3-so in other players' hands, so it's actually going to be pretty hard for Kinoshita to make use of Dora here, which I'm sure that's her plan A to come back into the game is catching something around the 1, so it's going to be hard.
I feel like Uotani's plan A is going to be to just call whatever we can.
Yeah,
ideally, the Green Dragon as early as possible. Take second place. Because it might only be a +8, +9, but it's still a plus. And if you can be consistently top 2 in every game, your team's going to be doing pretty great.
Yeah, a lot more worried about losing your spot to 3rd place or 4th place than being able to get 1st place here. Dora, though, that could be a one way to get 1st place. 7 pairs.
There's also a 7 pairs angle. Yeah. This is where I start making poor decisions.
Haneman
in that situation,
not do it. It has to be Baemon.
Would you still call the Green Dragon? Even if your hand looks like it's probably end up being 7 pairs? Because sometimes I would call the green.
Because she
and then I end up thinking, like, what do I do with the rest of this hand?
She needs a Haneman direct hit or a Baemon sumo. I feel like it's a little too far. Although,
well, we do see the green get skipped, the first green anyway.
Yeah, like we said, she has 2 Dora, so 2 Uradora on a sumo gets her the win. So, maybe it's not as far as I pessimistically first thought. What do we do with the Dora here? I wonder if she'll call the Dora. Probably not after missing the Green Dragon.
It's been played, and it's been passed.
I think if you call the Green Dragon, then you can call the Dora. That would be nice. But it also still wouldn't be enough to overtake without a direct hit.
But it does score, like, still, even if you just win 8,000 points, it's still 8 points for your team, right?
Yes.
Whereas now, I believe, we have Asakura, who is now 10 points, and able to take this 2nd place away from.
Right.
But it's a really tough situation. I don't think there's one perfect answer.
It's a little weird, I think, not to Riichi. So the weight, is it really that bad? So look at the table again.
Let's go check again,
It's very hard to improve this weight, though. That's the big thing. 1 mon, 1 pin. There's 1 on the table, I think? 1 or 2.
Okay, so the reach does eventually come out.
Yeah, just a little swap Riichi. No actual value, but trying to throw people off. There's a 1 mon in Uotani's hand. That's a little unfortunate.
But, yeah, that's the one thing we don't want to be seeing. But if we go for 7 pairs, then we can always wait on it instead.
That's right. I don't think Kinoshita has the leverage to fold here. We might see 7, so just He keeps the 4-so. 4-so would have been completely safe, but a little extra value, a little extra tile efficiency by keeping 4 so. That is not the winning tile. 2 so, not it. 1 mon. Oh,
Okay, and that's it.
That's tough. Is it enough? Oh, it is. There is a
I
Dora.
don't think it is without flipping error. Wait, so reach.
Yeah, it might still not
Dora.
be enough. Even with 40 fu. It's definitely not 50 fu.
Yeah, I think you're right.
It's
by
short.
400 points.
If it was 50
yeah.
fu, it would have been enough, but it wasn't. Not 50 fu. Very close though. Very close to 50 fu.
That was like what's like if it's 31% for Pinfu, then about like 20, 26, 27% for the big at least one Aradora.
Right.
I think it's worth taking the risk there, even if it was indirect.
Oh, I mean, you've already reached it, so
yeah, exactly.
It's very dangerous not to.
Sorry, I should say 30.5%. You looked this up during one of the streams. I rounded up. Game, and congratulations to Uotani for second place. Congratulations, of course, to our first dealer and winner.
Yeah, Mikoto there.
Team Mazebar.
Played a lot of small hands, but then that one big Riichi hand near the end really sealed.
I thought it was really interesting to see Mikoto's sort of Dharma play.
Yes,
I think it's really interesting to see sort of that style, because I tend to reach way too much. But I also think on average Riichi is better in most situations. But then again, I'm not playing these players. And
that's fair.
You've studied these players enough, and I'm sure they have taken time to look at each other's play and try and figure out like sort of trends. Maybe playing in a way that might throw them for a loop, specifically them, is quite interesting, I think.
Right.
But yeah, what a game. That was really fun.
Ooh.
And yeah, no pressure to the other two, but Uotani scored points. So I hope that trend continues. Because I believe we will be seeing each WRC team member today playing one game each.
Yes, that's right. They're going to spread the TV love. So no more Uotani on the stream today, except for this little sneak peek from Uotani here. Her reaction to her performance in Game 1. Let's check it out.
はい、皆さんこんにちは、大谷蓮です。WRC チーム WRC、今日は放送卓でした。サンケイ新聞社、はい、放送卓でした。結果は2着、お疲れ様でした。道中ちょっとだけね、トップも見えたんですけど、まあ、本1曲の、9650から始まって、はい。まあ、あの曲は、闇点に9650しちゃったんですけど、自分も闇点で同級ピンを貼っていて、はい。あの曲、闇点にしたのは、なんか結構良かったかなと、場が見えてたかなと思います。もう結構ね、全体的に空気がやばそうだったんで、はい。ピンズの馬況はすごく良かったんですけど、まあ、拾う方を優先したというか、まあ、結局拾えずで終わってしまったんですが、まあ、結構、まあ、悪くない闇点だったかなと思います。その後も結構激しい展開で、はい、8000上がったり、補充したりっていう感じで、ラス前の親番で、結局、Mikotoさんに30006000を積もられてしまって、オーラスも朝倉さんからリーチが入って補充したら、3着っていうところでしたけど、なんとか補充せずに、当たり牌を持ってたんですけど、なんとか補充せずに、2着で耐えました。はい。うちのチーム今、結構ポイントで勝ってるので、はい。今のところは、とりあえず2着でいいかなというところです。この後も頑張っていきますので、よろしくお願いします。
So there she was, Yuumi Uotani of Team WRC, with all of her thoughts about that game. A very strong memory. She remembered basically every key turning point of that game, the hands she dealt in, the hands she won, and even the winning tiles, the weight she had versus the the weight she dealt in on. One of the big things she mentioned was not reaching on East 1, even though she did end up dealing in. I mean, I guess technically it saved her 1,000 points, but
Very true. That 1,000 points would have been the difference between second and third.
you know what? That's actually true. By the end of the game, he was up by less than 1,000 points. So the Riichi stick there would have changed. That's hindsight for you.
It's just really interesting, though, because obviously, when you're paying attention to the other players, and especially when you don't see anything happening, especially if you know the other players are likely to Dharma more often,
right?
It's interesting to see sort of them talking about, like, I chose not to reach. I also thought this was really dangerous. It's good. It's interesting. Because depending on the people you play against, there are definitely some people who I know who will reach every hand.
Right.
And when you're playing against those people, because you studied them, you know their tendency, you can sort of have that additional bit of information. But it's just really interesting to see how their perspective is definitely keeping all of that kind of information and potential things in the back of your mind at all times. I love that. It's great.
Yeah, that was definitely one of the most concise and yet complete post-game reports we've had from a player, I think, on the channel. And that was all done outside in the blowing wind on the Japanese sidewalks right there. So it's really fresh in our mind right there. What a great performance. Whew. That being said,
and I do believe
only game number 1, right?
Yeah, I do believe we'll be moving from seeing the person in front of the camera in that interview to the person behind the camera in interview for game 2, I believe. Not that I'm spoiling who it is. It's Jenn.
There she is. Our first dealer here, Jenn from JPML, representing Team WRC, the mastermind behind the WRC commentary channel, as well as one of the most tenured players on Team WRC. There she is, rooting for her. She's definitely unwilling to commentate on her own games, so we'll have to take that position for her.
I do think it'd be very, very funny, but also it would probably be not so funny for Jenn. So yeah.
All right, in the south.
We do also have 3 other. Sorry.
Go right ahead.
So we have 3 other amazing players. It's not just Jenn on this table. And as you were saying, in that south seat,
We've got
from
Yuzuka.
NPM.
Yes.
I'll leave you.
We've got Yuzuka Nanase from NPM representing ML Stadium in the south seat. In the west seat, Misaki Sakayori. I don't think we've seen her before. I remember last year, Maze Bar, only 2 players. This year, they seem to have the full set. Misaki Sakayori here for Maze Bar from SPM. And in the north seat, Miharu Kawashima representing Ground Queens, also an SPM player. Oh,
Yep, I definitely can confirm we'll be seeing 3 different players from Team Mazebar this session today. So.
Yeah. Maybe even we haven't seen May herself. Not this season. As they only had 2 players last season, we saw May herself quite a bit. She had to play half the games. Yeah. So
I do remember that, yeah.
Perhaps she's anchoring her bars team as we go into game number 2. Remember, thumbs up the stream if you appreciate it, and subscribe to the channel for more coverage of professional Mahjong here. All in English. There you go. And here we are.
I like the confidence of pressing the shuffling button there.
Actually, wait, does every single one of these players have side buns? Side braid buns? Like pigtail buns? Was this planned? Right. Did they all go into this planning on doing it?
We're going to have to ask Jen.
Yeah, I guess it doesn't take exceptionally long to do them, right? Maybe they saw the other players, and once they got to the venue, they're like, "Oh, let's all do it." Who knows? But it definitely, I think, the first time I've seen all 4 of the players with the pigtail buns on the side.
One thing I definitely have heard from Jen a lot is she likes to make comments about the players' hair, and I do believe, yeah, I think maybe good hair does give you extra mahjong power.
Right. So far, none of these hands are exceptional, so maybe you're right. They all have the same hair. They all have about the same power hands.
Hmm.
You can see Jen and M here. I think that name didn't completely get finished, but
That
that
would
is
be
Kawashima.
Kawashima, yes.
Yeah, I will
Miharu Kawashima.
replace it.
It's an interesting situation. We have one player with a pair of the East and 2 players with 1 East each. It's going to slow down, I think, to Jen and Nanase's hands quite a bit. And
Right.
give Sakayori's all simples and Kawashima has a potential East, potential 1-2-3 mixture sequence. Kawashima's managed to make quite a lot of value happen here. Got a lot of awkward shapes to make that happen, like the 1-2 in Barrack characters there is the weakest shape in the hand. But having that chance, and we do see 3 of the 3 of characters right here in Sakayori's hand as well. So that 1-3 mixture sequence probably isn't going to happen, but the fact that it's there, the fact there's a chance, it's good play to always sort of keep the room for these Yaki to draw. That says actually been able to build 7 pairs, interestingly enough. I believe it 1 away right now. But yeah, it is, as you say, nothing's quite complete yet at the end of row 1. That's an interesting situation. How do we feel about having 2 triplets and 2 pairs? I think I feel good enough to just cut the South first. I would be thinking about 3 concealed triplets, just the chance of it. But the South is a very good tile to fold with.
Yeah, it's interesting. Nobody has actually reached it yet. But I was personally reading some studies on this sort of sakigiri, like at what points is it worth taking a loss in efficiency in order to have a safe tile for later. It's usually about this midpoint in between turns 5 and 12 that you get the most value out of sakigiri. And it works out here. No pinfu, as you mentioned, but there is Tanyao all inside.
And if we're lucky, that Pyodal sequence 5-5-6-6-7. Sorry, no, 4-4-5-5-6-6.
Right.
My apologies.
Yeah, Kawashima is getting pretty close to Tenpai. Jen is on her way as well. He stays 1 away, loses a little bit of efficiency, but is a little bit safer.
Oh wow! The
Ipatsumo.
Ipatsumo, and on the good side too, that Pyodal sequence.
That's a lot of
Didn't look for the
points.
barrel though.
Yeah, no Ura, but it's still quite a few points.
Oh yeah, and that's Sumo with Jen as dealer. Sorry, I have to be biased today. I'm so
Tough
sorry.
one for Team WRC.
Fortunately, that puts Jen in last place, but can always recover.
Mary Quant on her shirt. I don't recognize it. I don't think that's the jersey then for the.
I don't think it's based on the team, although I could be wrong.
Yeah.
Could easily be just a reference to something that the.
Yeah, maybe it is some merchandise from the bar.
Either way, though, I'm
1,
liking
2,
Jen's
East
start.
2.
I really want it to be a 6-7-8 Sanshoku, but we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, it would be nice if she was the dealer, but that ship has sailed, unfortunately. Still a good hand, though.
Yeah, absolutely. Like a reach, Sanchoki, Pinfu, or simples. There's nothing wrong with that in these two, even if you're not dealer.
Right.
Compared to everyone
Seven,
else's
eight, nine?
starts.
No. Goes
No.
doesn't want it. Not worth the
Oh,
extra inefficiency. Well, it's the
it's not
Dora, so
Sanchoki.
it
It's still an
makes
upgrade
up.
though, and it's Dora.
Yeah. Makes up for
We lose all
losing
simples. We lose
Tanya.
Sanchoki.
Right.
But the Dora's not as either way. A winning hand is a winning hand. I try not to complain too much as long as I'm winning the hands.
Hmm.
And one away is one away for Jen right now.
It
Jen's not the
looks
only person who's though. Our dealer
Nanase,
Nanase.
right. Kawashima, I wonder what she'll do with Dora here. Because it is a little bit inefficient. But she's holding on to it. Interesting draw, big tempai.
Gonna take it.
Chance for another pure double sequence, another Ipeko.
Yeah, if Sakayori can get the Ipatsu for the pure sequence on the 7, then surely Jen can too, right?
Yeah, exactly.
that's only fair, right?
It's only fair for Team WRC. Have to
Do you
be
see 2 of the force
careful.
here, of course?
Be careful of May's bar right now, currently second place by a wide margin after that previous game. Oh, Jen is getting hasty on that draw. Jen really wants that winning tile. Fortunately, it was not. It was not Ipatsu.
By my count, there's 4 tiles remaining. 1, 4, 3, 7. So if we are going to draw our win, it's quite likely to be on that pure double sequence side.
Mm. Big decision here for Kawashima. He's on 3 pairs, so it's really not that many. But hard for her to avoid dealing in, I think. At least
I think
from
at
her
that point, when your
perspective.
hand is so far away, you want to be focusing more on defense rather than offense.
Yeah. But no safe tiles, no completely safe tiles, so she's doing the best she could. This would have been good, but Sakayori, not Tempai currently. Gonna go with
North
the North.
is
Still on away.
Yeah, it's once cut, so it's a pretty safe way of getting back to Tempai.
Yeah, big draw for Kawashima. Her hand is resting on the table now. Still very far from Tempai though. Yeah, she's just trying to figure out what to discard.
That's the 8-pin does not look safe to this reach.
Here's a 7-pin. That's one less tile for Jen. Oh no, back-to-back 7-pin. Although to be fair, Sakayori might discard it.
Yeah, I could definitely see that, especially if Sakayori gets the 4, 5, 6 mixture.
Oh,
sequence.
but
there's the last one!
3 7-pins in one go around.
And we flipped Uradora.
Oh no, not quite.
We didn't.
This is a 1-so. Yeah, it's a little confusing at the end of the.
I mixed the tiles. My
Yeah,
apologies. But still, right back in there.
2,000, 4,000. Big sumo for Jen.
As you were saying, it would have been very nice had we done that well, but I don't think that's a problem at all.
Right. Actually, Sakayori with the bow tie there, it kind of reminds me of like Little Red Riding Hood, although it is pink and not.
I can see that.
Red, but the bow tie is red. 1 2 2 2 6 6. That's the best part of the hand. The other part of the hand not so great. Missing the Dora though, the 5-mon, just completely all around it. Can definitely use the Dora if she draws it, but she has none right now. Jen has one. Looks like Kawashima had one if I remember correctly. So 2 more copies of the Dora still in the wall at 5-mon. Yeah, Kawashima has one and it's well locked in that hand, so that's probably not coming out.
Okay, there is no way that's coming out.
Jen's is not locked in, but it is a 5, so I wouldn't expect it to be discarded. Good draw for Sakayori right off the bat here. I guess not completely right off the bat, but still fairly early.
Yeah, I'm definitely liking Kawashima's hand. Obviously, there's a bit of luck's going to be needed, but were we to just draw in and fill in the shapes we've already got, we will have that 4, 5, 6 mixable sequence.
Right.
I do like when the stars align. Obviously, we need to draw 2 5s though, which is a bit more of an ask. But is Jen going for a flush here? Hang on, I need to go check that again.
It's possible. There's another Dora for Kawashima.
Very big draw.
Yeah, the only
with that 9 so draw, I'd be thinking about it.
The only stopper is obviously the 5 Mandora we were talking about. Another pair.
Not the time we'll be drawing. It's nice, but it's not the tile.
Another
Sozu.
Sozu for Jen. Early Dora Sakagiri. Nope, she's going to keep holding it.
I think it's one of those situations where Dora 2 is still perfectly fine, but the full flush would be very exciting.
Yeah, the chance of just drawing the other Dora directly. If you get it, I guess it's good. There's the last one. That's 3 Dora for Kawashima. So she can do 4, 5, 6, and 6, 7, 8. And then use her extra 2 5s as a pair here. Huge. 4, 5, 6 Sanshoku as well, even open called. What are you looking at?
In that situation, if you're using the 5 as a pair, you kind of have to discard the 4 of bamboo, right?
It's not terrible. You could go with 2, yeah, because you could still pawn 4 of bamboo. It comes out. You don't necessarily get mixed triples, but you still get Tanya, and it's still Dora 3, so it's still Mangan. Mixed triples and Tanya Dora 3 is not Manga. Also, if Jen ever discards her 5 mon, that's quite the call.
You could pawn that, and then you'll have the pair of the 4.
This is an interesting draw. Could give up on Sanshoku here with a slightly better weight of 5/8. So
I guess Forso is a hedge, kind of like a bit of, but doesn't feel great.
Yeah, I don't know if it's that much better. You do get a Ryanman, but now you really have to rely on the pair up of 5 mon or Forso. Both difficult tiles.
I'm liking that Jen's getting those draws, but I'm just a little bit scared about how
the
long
Dora
we're taking to cut that 5.
To be fair, Sakayori is already Senpai. So
another Sozu. There's the 5.
Dora, no pawn. No pawn. That's going to make it very hard for her to finish that hand. That's surprising.
Well, I'm happy to see it, because that does mean that Jen has now not been punished. And she's Senpai? Hang on, let's check this out.
Oh, that looks...
It not Senpai,
like it, but it's not. Yeah.
Yeah.
At a quick glance.
Having said that, though, Nanase with the potential 2-4 mixable sequence brewing. One away from that.
Sakayori
very exciting.
Has not folded. Sakayori is still pushing here. Tough. I wonder if she missed the Tenpai. I wonder if Kawashima just missed the Tenpai, or if she's really fiending for like a Haneman because her team is in 3rd right now.
I would be more than happy just to take the 1st place, even if it's not like the most exciting 1st place. But
it's not. It's not Tenpai.
Does not. No, it does. It does it.
Is it?
No, it doesn't. No, I'm wrong.
4, 5. Yeah, I don't. Oh, this I feel like should be. That's a 2 so, right? 2, 2, 2. Yeah, it's 7 so only. Yeah. I think, unless I'm missing another Tenpai. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. No, either way, it's 7 so only. He doesn't take it. He doesn't even take the Tenpai.
I think there were other weights there. I'd have to quickly just really think about that.
Yeah. Maybe she doesn't want to be.
There's like a weird nested pair weight that you could choose if you really wants to go for that as well.
It's weird though. Unless maybe she is Tenpai right now on 8 so 9 so, and we missed it.
It's one of these things where there are definitely ways to train on complicated Sozu shapes.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5. She's Tenpai right now. She's Tenpai right now. 8 so 9 so.
Okay, so she could have chosen 2 so 9 so. I think.
I only saw 7 so as the weight change.
I think you'd have to cut the 8 so to make that happen, and then you'd have like a pair of 2 so and a pair of 9 so left over.
Yeah, but
But
currently
it would have been
8-so,
one less
9-so.
tile. So Jenn made the right call. Unfortunately, punished, but she made the right call.
That is the 7-so. Very dangerous here. Even though she didn't switch to that late, this late is very dangerous. Switching to the 7-so could have been worth a ton of points, though. It would have been Itsu, Ipeiko, but of course it would have only been the 7-so. That could have been
Yeah.
a monster.
Yeah. Honestly, Bamboo in general just seemed really, really scary, right?
That's true.
To everyone. We've seen, what, 4 Bamboos played by anyone total?
Right.
Terrifying. Yeah, talking about the 8-9 weight, we do actually see that there are no tiles left to draw, unfortunately.
Unfortunate. There was the 7-so.
Yeah, it was out there. It was out there all along. Actually, that might have made the 2-so weight equally good, I guess. It wouldn't have made it better, it would just made it the same number of tiles.
Yeah, I didn't see the 2-so weight, but
I think you cut
trusting
the
you
8
that
and
it
then the 2
exists.
becomes a pair.
Okay.
You basically turn a
Oh,
2,
yeah,
3,
I see
4
that.
into a 6, 7, 8.
So you just have a 6, 7, 8 at the end and your 9, 9 pair, and then you have a 2,
Yeah.
2 pair, but you already have a copy of 2. Like you have 3 copies of 2. But yeah, you're right. It would have sumoed there.
Either way, it was the same number of tiles, so
Yes.
there is no reason to pick
7
one over the other.
This is the last
Oh,
tile. Yeah. Is there any sort
That
of
is...
tempai? No, you have to discard 7-mon to get tempai. You can't get around it.
The time is incredible, but it's also just you know you're not going to win at this
Yeah, it's
point.
too late. This is
But
the
is it worth
last
fighting for that
tile.
tempo thing? Yeah. Big danger if you deal in the last tile, of course. And Jenn chooses not to.
Yeah, she goes no 10 on it. Tough one. Healer was indeed tempai there. We have a redeal. Sakayori of Maze Bar. Working on that comeback right now, but we're hoping Team WRC can hold it down. Here's Jenn.
This is an interesting start for, I believe, Sakayori, right?
That's an interesting. I would notice on her left hand, she's got like a fancy watch. On the right hand is like a hair scrunchie. It's just like like one of those elastic bracelets. Maybe not necessarily a hair scrunchie, but is an interesting contrast.
Hey, whatever works, right?
Yeah.
So some scrunchies actually do work quite well as bracelets, though.
Yeah, it could be a sentimental thing, perhaps, or maybe she just likes it.
Could just be lucky, yeah. Absolutely.
And that's her working hand, right? That's the one she uses to draw and discard the tiles. No room for too much glitz there. It's got to be functional. Nice draw for
one thing you
Jenn.
definitely want to do.
I wonder if she will
call
call
knock
here.
Down a tile.
It's very cheap if she calls here, but it would make her hand a lot faster if she calls the green dragon. No, not bad for Sakayori. Okay. That's pair 5.
We are going to be thinking about that 7 pairs hand.
Yeah, I don't think she has much other choice here.
And I do love how Sakayori's discards do not read like a 7 pairs hand. Maybe the 5 pin, but like the fact that it's turn 4 before you start cutting middle tiles, it's going to make that terminal weight we end up finding just a little bit spicier, a little bit more likely to win. Speaking of pairs, there's another one, but it's not quite a 7 pairs hand, I would say. Here's the question. Yeah, this is where things start to get a little bit weird. Looking at discards, seeing the 5 and 4 could also be sort of hinting at maybe a flush hand. Could be your sort of bluff, I guess, with those discards.
Right. Have to.
And now we draw the 4, which would dispel most accusations of a bluff.
I mean, you could just not discard the 4 for now. Yeah, discard it later when you get to Tenpai and Riichi, and then it'll look like a
That's
flush.
true. Yeah, it would look like an overflow rather
So
than
Jenn
a.
does call.
I think that's fair.
Yeah, she has the Dora. Maybe Dora Tanki. You pawn the 4s if they ever come out. Pair weight. It's another pair. Very pairish round here. Toitsuba.
Yeah, unfortunately, just missing. And the scary thing about Chito is that when you decide to fold, it's really easy to pairs of lots of safe tiles. Until you decide to fold, you've got a lot of really, really not safe tiles that you,
Okay, so
you have to push.
How do we play this? Nanase keeps the triplet. She actually keeps the 9, so attached to the triplet over the extra tile. So slight efficiency loss for safety in this case. Guess that's a classic Sakigiri. Although I don't know if it's classic, but it is a Sakigiri around turn 7.
And here's our Tenpai. We're not going to reach because we're waiting on the 9. We want to try and swap that out for something a little bit more exciting.
Maybe something
9...
not in Manzu, right? That was the whole point of the camouflage.
Exactly. Yes.
There goes the 7, man. Oh, triple south. Nah. Oh, she's going to go for it, though. She's going to wait on the 9, even though that is kind of what her discards lean to. Maybe she just feels she cannot wait any longer. These other
I think that's fair.
Jenn Tenpai. Willing to discard the red dragon against the dealer Riichi. Very bold discard there. But hard to...
The awkward thing about this 7 pairs reach is that the other player who could possibly be going for 7 pairs has a pair of the 9.
Oh, that's a brutal 5, man. But out it goes. Jenn is still pushing. The courageous Jenn fights against Sakayori's reach here.
Maybe Jen's figured it out. Maybe she knows the secret. Maybe she realizes it's 7 pairs.
Yeah, maybe Jenn doesn't believe. Another Manzu.
Ooh.
That one is Suji. Of course, Suji doesn't matter against 7 pairs. But if she thinks it's a half flush, that's a Suji tile. Maybe she just figures there's only one way forward now with that many tiles in her hand.
Obviously, 1,100 points available to whoever does win this hand. Not a huge amount, but for Jenn, that could be a little payout.
Jenn does
close
also
that gap.
have a Dora in her hand, that 8-pin, so the hand is slightly more valuable. Still not that expensive, though, especially compared to a dealer reach.
True. And the problem with having that 8-pin is that we know that winning tiles, the 7-pin is the Dora indicator.
Right. So... There's even less of them.
Yeah.
Will Nanase ever get tricked into discarding this 9-man here? Because other than that, there's only 1 left in the wall, I believe.
I personally don't think so, but you are right, there is 1 left, so we'll see.
Only takes 1.
Very, very true.
Running out of tiles, though. Looks like about 12 draws per player. Jenn gets a safe tile. Oh, a little clonk. Little tile clinking action. No problem. Oh, there it is!
Oh, there it is!
It's the one. It's a dealer sumo. Ooh, no Uradora.
But huge win
still reach
for
sumo
dealer
7
Sakayori.
pairs.
Mazebar is raking in the points today.
Look at that extra Homba. 3,200 all plus 100, 3,300 all. Get the Riichi sticks. Tough one. A tough one there. For the rest of the table. But for Sakayori, it's quite what she's looking for in order to catch Team WRC. Actually, you notice Team WRC's logo changed back? Why did that happen?
I'm just gonna say Jen's having fun.
The logo I was talking, the banner I was talking about from game 1. I just noticed now. It's East 3, so maybe I'm not that observant. But none of the other teams have had their logo changed. Just Team WRC's logo went back to their logo from last year.
If I had to guess, it's probably Jenn in editing, experimenting with how each one looks, deciding which one she wants to use in future.
I don't know. I don't know about that. Maybe.
I don't know.
I,
Yeah,
I
maybe
think
not.
I think might be something at the JPML studio who originally puts out the broadcast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Oh, it's
6.
possible too.
How comes the 9?
Mm.
So she is not willing. 7, 8, 9. Like 7-mon is the
Yeah, I might have
Dora.
been very with 7 being the Dora, exactly. I might have been considering at least thinking about Itsu.
Right.
Obviously, no way would I be doing that had 7 not be the Dora, but
No, it's not a
I want to.
terrible idea. Jen always talks about the golden one away, 1, 2, 3 mixed triples, as well as 1 to 9 full straight. You can hold both options open. Triple Dora here though for Nanase, so maybe Kawashima knew something. Maybe Kawashima knew she wouldn't be getting those Dora 7-mon. Didn't go for that line.
Well, there's still one left.
Yeah, Sakayori wants it.
Also looking for that. But yeah, it's definitely paid off though.
Yeah, if Kawashima gets the 7-mon, she can even switch to Tanya, like all simples. Just discard the 1-mon. So she can still use the Dora if she draws it. That last Dora. Well, I guess not really all simple. She has 1, 2, 3 so, but it's still usable, basically. Jen's getting close to Tempai
Really
now.
nice draw for Jen, yeah. Although, as you said that, it's always scary when you see the player you're cheering for get closer to Tempai when someone else has Dora 3.
Well, you win first, you don't have to worry about it.
Exactly. That was a trick that one of my earlier Mahjong teachers taught me. The easiest way to defend, just to win first. So the ideal is getting close to Tempai. She does need that 7. But
no sign trick. Well, she already discarded 2 1-pins, so I think it's kind of her own fault that she doesn't get sign tricked in there. Jen
That's
with
fair.
another huge
Another
draw.
really good draw.
1 away for
and
Jen.
Potentially, if we're lucky. Actually, no, I don't think there's a. It's awkward, right? When you've got the 4, 5, 6 and then the 3, 4, 5 in the other suit.
Right. And
Thinking about that Sanchoki.
Back again. Wouldn't have been that
Made that decision.
Yep.
Yeah, if we draw the 6, it's becoming 6, 7, 8.
One
just gonna reach.
No call. The 1 discard as well from the Nanase. I mean, fortunately for Jen, the Nanase is still not that close to Tempai yet. It's still about 2 away. And Jen is just going to speed right to Tempai. No Han. Well, 1 Han. All simples, Tanya. But no.
There definitely is an upgrade, though. For either 3, 4, 5 or 4, 5, 6 mixed sequence. It only adds 1 hand.
That's true.
But with the right draw, no, doesn't matter. We just win. Get out of this hand nice and quickly.
Yep. Red Dragon. On to the next one. No Dora 3.
Sakayori's not allowed to be dealer anymore. She's won too much. Yeah. So 600 points to whoever wins this next hand. Doesn't. Oh no, I take it back. That the graphics just updated. Of course, Jen is not the dealer. Why was I think that?
As Uotani said after the first game, second places are still pretty good for Team WRC because they're ahead. Although having Maze Bar win both of the games would not be great because Maze Bar is closing that gap pretty quickly.
Yeah. One way to think about how the scores work is obviously with every team putting up 5,000 points at the start of each match, and the 20,000 points all going to the player in first place. It is really impressive and really important to get that first, but even just +1, if you can get +1 every single game,
right?
You're probably top 2. You obviously need to be first to make it to the next round.
Yeah,
but it's a very good building block.
Well, a welcome to all our viewers, those who have been here from the beginning, as well as those coming in now. Give us a thumbs up. I
hope you will forgive our biases.
But it's Team WRC Day. I'm sure our viewers have.
Absolutely. If you were here yesterday, you heard Jen herself commenting on the match. She's playing right now, so we got to cheer her on.
Yeah, there's Jen currently holding on to second place right now. Nanase really trying to strike back here for Team ML Stadium, currently in last place. This looks like a good shot for them.
Yeah, one thing I like to say is something I keep repeating is 10,000 points is the manga and sumo range, right? Jen's not quite 10,000 points away from third place, and she's not quite 10,000 points within second, so within first, but
Right.
it's looking pretty okay for now.
Yeah, and it's still the
I say
Easterns,
knocking on wood.
so still a lot of play to go.
That's true. So Sakayori here, really thinking about like trying to maybe think about either pairs or maybe even something like Rian Peiko or Ipeiko, but needs to really, yeah. So I like keeping the options open. Nanase also potentially going for that Pure sequence.
That's another pair for Sakayori. It's a pretty reasonable option because her run weights, her sequence weights are not that good. So 7 pairs might really be an option. There's
I'll just get
Kawashima
reach
going
for
to
Madila.
yeah, she's gonna take the slightly poor weight, but not much room to improve, so she just reaches right out of the gate.
The 3 of pins are going to be what we're looking for, and we see 2 of them here. One of them in the player before his hand, which means there's only 1 left. But we only needed one of the 9-man earlier, so
right.
easily
listening to a little something said this Riichi might be negative EV, but passing it up is even more negative EV, so it's still better to take the Riichi.
Yeah, exactly.
Sometimes you draw into a situation where everything is negative EV. Just have to take the least negative. And just because the
If
EV
I
is
play this
negative
hand
doesn't
a
mean you're
million
actually
times,
going to lose points.
yeah,
Sometimes you win.
exactly. Yeah, if you lose every 1,000 games on average, you lose what 100 points. It's way better than doing a thing that makes you lose 2,000 points.
Right.
I think folding as dealer is minus 1,600. I think I could be wrong about that. Citation needed. But yeah, so a first reach, especially as dealers, probably maybe like plus 300, maybe something like that. Even if it's just a
reaching
a
only.
really bad reach.
No,
if you're first there,
difficult weight, no Dora, no Yaku. It's just what
but
she's
dealer
got.
and first to Tempai
Yeah.
and early.
It puts pressure on the other players. Well, Jen might just get to Tempa here. Well, that's no, it's pair 5.
Seeing yet another pair. Yeah, then Nanase is going to be trying to go for it, right? Because all 7 pairs all simples is still very good. There's the last 3 though.
Yeah, add sumo to the mix and
And
an
Urodora. This is why Riichi is so powerful, right? Your hand can be terrible. You could have 1 tile to wait on.
Right.
But if you sumo, and you flip Ura, and you reach, you score 7,000 points. Well, 6,000 you reach your stick back. But
right.
yes.
Now very close on Jen's heels is Kawashima.
Yeah, that is a little bit scary. But on the plus side, if we are going to be held incredibly biased, Sakayori was dealer during that sumo, so she had to pay the dealer a little bit more than everyone else.
Right.
The gap to first has gotten a little bit closer.
No. Kawashima was the dealer. Everyone paid the same.
Oh, was I? Okay.
That's
In that
why
case,
she's
I'm
dealer
wrong.
again.
Right. Okay. My apologies.
The Ground Queens. Ground Queens team actually represents. It's in very small text underneath, but they represent a different company. The team name is Ground Queens, though.
Okay. Yeah, the VODs will always be available on the channel. So if you are interested in catching up on previous streams, we don't delete them.
Right.
So definitely consider having a little look at the channel. You're welcome to. Okay, so I need to get back on topic because we are seeing the dealer here with an amazing hand. I want to be biased. I want to cheer for Jenn, and that is a really good draw for her. But Kawashima's hand is by far a lot faster, and I think has all simples and Pinfu. It's very standard. It's the bread and butter of Mahjong, but you can make a good sandwich with that.
Yeah, for being the bread and butter, it's actually one of the hardest hands to explain to new players.
True.
It's not on too many of the learners lists because it's tough. It's tough to explain. one of the
right
most
now.
common ways to explain it to new players is you just get all sequences, don't open your hand, and you might get it. Just do your Riichi, and if you have all sequences, maybe you'll get a Pinfu.
Also, can I talk about Kawashima's two-so discard just then? I think it's really interesting because
yeah, she had a lot of options.
she had the chance of the pure straight as well. Was something else that I thought was just jumping out as quite interesting. I probably would have cut the 7 of characters there.
Yeah, not
Because
terrible.
I would have had the option of drawing the 1 of bamboo for Itsu. There were so many other potential ways that could have gone. Obviously, the most likely is it's just going to be Pinfu with all simples, but
right.
I would have at least kept that sort of dream alive. I don't know.
3, 4,
This is going to
5,
be Senpai
6,
though, for the
7.
3-sided weight.
That's nice.
258.
Yeah, 7 of characters is Dora. So I might have even gone with 6 of characters there just because 7 of characters is Dora here. 7 man.
Okay.
Works
But
out
even
for
had
her.
Senpai.
She does discard the Dora in the end for her Tenpai.
Actually, that is something I hadn't considered. My apologies. Yes. Goodness, it's getting late in the UK.
Yeah, and so Nanase will use the Dora as a safe tile since the Riichi player did discard it. Almost feels like an oxymoron saying the Dora is a safe tile, but it is. But you just always have to watch out.
It's valuable to everyone except for the player that you're scared of.
Right, yeah, you gotta watch out for the Dama 10s close Tenpai. But if it's very quick, like the same round, I guess Nanase is just hoping Jenn didn't get Tenpai waiting on the Dora in between.
That's actually a really good point, though, right? We haven't seen a single Dama 10 this game. In game 1, it was quite a common thing,
Yes,
right?
that's
Players
true.
being sneaky and trying to snipe each other. But we've had a lot of very aggressive, relatively play. Obviously, with a weight like 258, you just take the reach. You expect them to draw it yourself, but
right. Yeah, we've seen a lot of single tile Riichis. Waits for not necessarily one single tile, but single type of tile, like a kanchan, an inside weight, or a penchan, an edge weight, or a tanki, a pair weight.
yeah, exactly.
Seen a number of those this game.
Sakayori, I think, is 1 away right now.
Right.
So there's still a chance that she could also attack. Obviously, she does take the Tenpai. There's a chance she does it on that 8 of dots, but we'll see. We'll see.
A strange tile for Nanase. Not exactly what you want. She does not discard the Dora, though, the safe tile, because it is pretty far from that original Dora Riichi. So maybe someone else could be waiting on it at this point.
In fact, that's the second time that Sakayori's had that Tenpai, but she's unwilling to discard the 8. Rightly so. It deals in. She's refused that Tenpai twice. Oh, and that's a much better
It's Tenpai.
weight if we're willing to take it. But we're not.
No dice. 5 mon, just too close to the Dora.
I wonder if there's a chance that if she manages to get the white dragon pair, we might play the 4. Okay, the 4 just comes out. Okay, that makes sense.
It
It looked pretty safe. And yeah, as I was saying, expect to draw this kind of hand yourself.
No Uradora.
It's still Riichi Pinfuel simples though.
Yep.
We don't complain about those hands here.
2600 all plus 1 Homba. Now she's up into second place. Sakayori's still ahead. Sakayori talking with Kawashima right now. I think they're getting change.
Puts Team WRC in 3rd place.
Yeah, it's a tough
And we've
one
got the
for
entire
Jenn.
South round and the rest of South East 4, of course, but you've got this, Jenn. I believe in you.
Hmm.
So Kawashima, though, with a pretty amazing dealer streak so far. It's only 2 wins, but it's still 2 very important wins. Open it with a pair of the South. But this hand is almost complete, it feels like. And
Yeah, it's not
Pinfu
south
ready.
round yet, so she can't just call and complete it. But it does feel very close. You might just be able to reach
And
and get a ton of points.
I'm seeing Jen's potentially going for 7 pairs hand as well, which is very interesting. Again, it's one of these situations where you have that 7 pairs chance, but you have a pair of the dragon. We had this in game 1, right?
Yeah, Jen personally does not really like the 7 pairs that much. She's told us as much, but maybe the half flush is also an alternative route here.
Yeah, especially after drawing that 2. I like the half switch.
Yeah, especially if she's going to call the dragon.
I hope it pays off.
Of course, West is Dora here, so that would fit into both a 7 pairs hand or a half flush kind of hand.
It's always good when you have sort of multiple routes to take with a certain hand.
Right.
Nanase. It looks like his hand's going towards a Riichi only, but it is 1 away already.
Oh, there's
And
another
it could
green dragon for Sakayori. Really thinking. Just gonna cut the isolated tile. Maximum efficiency.
another
Another
Manzi child for
Manzu.
Jen.
Yeah, 7 pairs
We're gonna
no
hard
longer.
commit.
No longer on the table. 7 pairs. It's gone.
Which
There's
makes
a
perfect sense.
South.
Did you?
Yeah, South does not get called. Oh, another Manzu.
Another?
So
Okay.
we're getting shades of Jen's full flush in the East rounds. Oh, it's still East rounds technically. Ah!
It is. Still East 4.
He wasn't able to get that full flush there, that Dama 10. That was a Dama 10 actually. When she had the full flush, she did do Dama 10. She didn't reach that one. But it just didn't come together for her.
Actually, was it a doubt that she could make 1 call? I can't remember now.
She
I
was
don't know.
waiting on 8
Wait.
so and 9 so.
Oh yes, of course, of
Yeah,
course, of
but we
course.
only
Yes.
figured that out a couple turns later.
Yeah, I think the reason why we done with that is because the weight was pretty poor, right? I think if the weight was really
yeah.
good, maybe you would have been a bit more
And
aggressive.
it was already worth quite a bit.
Also, yeah, to be fair, a close full flush is Hanuman, so
no,
even without anything else.
Right. No call on
Oh, we do
the
have a
green
reach.
dragon. Oh, but interesting. Sakayori calls this, but didn't call the green dragon. I wonder what her plan is.
It does block the reach, but
She doesn't
that
have
can't be the
Tanya.
only
She
reason.
doesn't have all insides because there's a 9 pin right there. So interesting. There's a
Jen
Manzu,
filling
a good
in that
one.
3-5.
Can she
Oh, that's
risk
huge.
it? She's really looking. Doesn't risk it though. Not yet. Maybe if
I
it's
think
a
she'll
full
risk it for the
flush.
full flush. Yeah.
Right. This is going to be interesting. Out comes the green dragons. It's an interesting call just to fold after. Maybe she was thinking about pushing. Another Manzu.
Oh, okay. 1 away.
She almost has 9 gates. She almost has 9
Honestly,
gates. That's
yeah.
a triple 1. Of course, 9 mana is going to be impossible for her to draw 3 copies of. So 9 gates is actually off the table, unfortunately. Another Manzu.
That's an 8.
It's a 3.
It's a 3.
That is
That is not
no, not Tempai as far as I can see.
No, but it's 1 away. It's a very wide 1 away. Pretty much any man's.
And she risks it. She risks it. Wait, the 9 mon deals in though. Both Sakayori and Jen. Both 9, 6-9. Both of these deal in as well. It's a tough spot for Jen.
That's not quite.
That's Dora.
Oh,
there goes the 9 mon.
It's cheap. We did not flip Dora. It's Riichi only. Obviously 2 Homba, so that's an extra 600 points, but
yeah, it's the second time Jen's full flush didn't work out. unfortunately.
Respect for building the hand at least.
Right.
And yeah, if it wasn't Dora, it would have been a different story. You'd kept the 9, even if it's just for a pair weight, or the 8 weights would have been fine as well. But yeah,
Tough Dora draw there. Jen's South dealer now as we move into the latter half of the game.
and this is where I'm going to start taking notes. Playing from behind. This third place.
Boy, Jen has a half flush again. Jen has a
She
flush hand
does.
again.
Oh, interesting for Nanase. Potential 789 mixable sequence.
Yeah, missing the Dora 6 though. The 789 is going to be kind of tough. Jen making her move already. Very quick pwn.
I think it's perfectly fine when you're doing a flush, though, right?
Is she doing a flush? She's really thinking about it. Okay.
I mean, she's going to at least cut the 8, and then maybe if we draw like the 4, we might change our mind.
Oh, look
but...
at that 8 for Nanase.
Oh,
she saw
that's
the
huge.
8, couldn't call it off Jen, just draws it herself. That is pretty huge.
An interesting pool, another pair, but not quite.
Yeah, it's no longer East round, it is South round, so pair of East's not as good as they used to be. That's
and it is confirmed Jen is hard committing to that flush with the 5 of character discard.
That's right.
I like it. I think it's good. I think it's good, especially with the 3 bamboo draw.
Yeah, especially after the call has been made. To be fair, she doesn't have to do it because South is a Yakuhai, but
yes,
it's good value here.
Yeah, why sell for 1 hand when you could get 3?
Right. She's not gonna Riichi. That's the other way to find value.
That's true.
Big draw.
Oh, huge.
So 1 away now for Jen. That's not a bad draw for Nanase either. 6-mon is not the Dora. It's 6-0 that's the Dora, but that's like an interesting
Unless
pair.
they needed a pair. Unfortunately, if we keep this pair, we have to cut
destroy
one of our
2, 3, 4
shapes.
Yeah. No, she's gonna destroy
2, 3,
4, 5,
that
6.
works.
Yeah, that's probably the better move.
Actually, I actually like that. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Ishan 10. They Ishan 10 there.
4 pairs, but not really what we want to be seeing. It's gonna get cool though. 7 of bamboo.
Yeah, I mean Jen has a bunch of Dora with the 6 though, so this is Mangan. With the call there, it's not gonna be Haneman unless she finds another 6 to like pair up. But dealer Mangan, no problem. You hit Sakayori directly, it's just fine.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say wait, really?
Yeah,
changing to 148?
really wants the Dora in the hand. Although you're
Yeah,
right that it's already 4 Han, right? She already has 1 Dora in the Chi, and then the South and the 2. That's already 4 Han. Don't necessarily need the other Dora unless she's expecting to draw another Dora, like I mentioned, to move to Haneman.
Oh, the forward of 1. Yeah, I think there's still 2 7s out there.
Another 4.
That's.
Well,
I'm going to avert my eyes for a second. No, I can't afford to. I need to see other sense. But yeah, you are right. Like Dora's really nice.
Oh, that's where the
Dora
the 7s
can come out. 7 can come out though. Hey,
yeah,
that's really good for us,
future. Maybe in the future, you're right.
Potentially, anyway. Yeah.
Dora ended up in Kawashima's hand instead.
Could also be another head bump situation of 2 players waiting on the same tile, of course.
That's true.
That'd be really bad for Jen.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Kawashima's going to be able to wait on the 7, but she pairs it up, maybe.
I think Kawashima's going for 7 pairs, right? Maybe I should probably go triple check that.
Oh, 9. Interesting. Yeah, maybe, but maybe not with 7 pairs. Her hand is in shape to make an Ipeiko, a pure double sequence hand.
Definitely true.
Triple 7s.
This is Tempai.
Yeah, I mean the other one was Tempai as well. This is a different Tempai.
Oh, true, yeah.
The 8-so is safe to Jen, though, I believe. She discarded
the 8-so is now safe, yep.
That's why. Any 7s? Oh, that's the wrong 7.
It's not the 7.
You gotta be more specific. Oh, wide Tempai, but Furiten.
And are we willing to go
willing
nine?
to
We are,
risk the
okay.
9, yeah. No Riichi
I
though.
guess it was played 2 turns ago, and Jen hasn't changed the shape of her hand since
Right.
then. So
No Riichi, but quite a wide weight. A 9 allows Kawashima to discard a 9 as well.
mm. There's still 2 of those 7 bamboo out there.
8
There's still
pin
2 somewhere.
is now the time to risk it? Is she going to risk it? Or is she just going to go back with the 8 pin? Oh, the 5 pin. Interesting. Still no
Yeah, I
draw
don't think
for
we're ever going to see
Jen.
that 7 get played here. I think that 7 is locked into this hand.
Oh,
I
we
could be
got a
wrong,
Riichi
but
on East. East weight for Nanase.
East Donkey.
5 so
East
comes out.
it's live, right?
Sakayori.
We haven't seen any played.
Yeah.
2 in this hand, of course.
Kawashima has some here. She might actually go with them right now. Oh my goodness.
could
Is
see
this
it.
going to happen? Or is she going to con? Oh, is that a 4-mod?
That's
No, it
definitely
is
the East.
East.
There it is.
Ipatsu. Nanase. Again, Jen does not get it.
No.
That's a tough one.
Wow, Jen, I'm so sorry for you.
That is a really
These been some really good hands.
Jen, yeah.
Although, I bet Jen's going to be kicking us out about that 148. So wait.
That's a fair
not
point.
that I would ever say anything mean about Jen. Jen's great. But I would be thinking about that constantly.
That's a tough one.
It really is. Yeah, because you have to play Dora to make that happen, and you lose the value from playing Dora for a slightly wider weight. It's yeah,
dangerous. So Nanase's still behind. That was also a small hand because no Ura were found. But still a little worrisome. Jen has lost her final dealer in this game.
Yes, very true. But still, the gap's still only 20k.
Right.
To first place. It sounds like a lot, and it is, but it's definitely achievable, even without a dealership left. We'll see if Nanase can manage to make something happen herself. Like this, a weak player would think that's a flush. You said that Sakayori potentially going for a Itsu. And by a weak player, I mean I would feel tempted to try and make that a flush. I probably shouldn't go calling anyone weak other than myself.
A 7-8 here from Kawashima. This hand is interesting. That's another pair for Nanase. Whoa, Sakayori also advancing pretty well with these draws.
Yeah, we do have that 9 as our pair, but I would really love to see the 1 to get that full pure straight.
And not bad. Jen's hand is a little bit more messy, but it's getting there.
Yeah.
Discards door.
Jen's got... Like Jen's got the solid sort of standard hand, right?
Has 2 completed
still 2 away,
shapes, so it's not the worst.
It's still 2 away, but it can be, closed, reach,
Right.
pinfu, tanyao, all that lovely stuff.
Oh, that's another pair, and the door is still in Kawashima's hand. 7 pairs, very, she doesn't want it because of that 3-4-5 so shape. I guess she wants to have the chance at doing a tanyao pinfu type hand.
I think that's very fair.
I guess if Jen's already discarded 1 door, there aren't as many left.
Nanase is actually, I think, hard committing to the 7 pairs strategy, and I like the 5-pin cut. Nice and early, setting up that weight potentially on the 2 of the 2 pin there. It's a sort of these sort of bait, sort of a little trap spin set.
4, 5, 6, 7 for Jen. Doesn't want it. Out comes the 4. Just keeps the 5, 6, 7.
I guess the issue is that she's cut the 8, right? if we hadn't cut the 8,
Oh,
I'd be much more
5,
inclined.
6,
Oh, this is
7
good.
here. Is this a Rianpeiko chance? Cut the 7 so? Or just cut the 5 mon and go
like
all
that
in
very
for
much.
Rianpeiko?
No, I think I agree with you. I think 7 so is the best choice here.
We go 6 mon and just max efficiency. Oh, 8 mon.
Okay.
Other
It's wide.
efficiency. Yeah.
Hmm.
All 7 pairs reach
like-
Nanase. No Dora
And we
in
have that
this
trap,
end.
right?
Yeah.
The early
trap is
cut of the
there.
5. As long as you don't think that they're going for pairs instead of sequences.
Right.
If you think they're going for sequences, they've ruled out the
Oh,
3
is this
4
tempai?
shape.
No,
So
it's not tempai.
no.
I don't know if you get that much from discarding 8 mon over like a 7 so or something. And you lose the potential Rianpeiko. Maybe it was a Saki gear. 1 to 9. Itsu acquired.
We have to give up on our only pair, but
You could go 5 mon,
Actually,
7
we don't have to
mon,
have
but
up
there's
our
a
only pair.
Riichi on the board.
hmm,
Go 5 mon, 7 mon.
exactly.
There's a high chance you don't get Itsu as well.
I think the 7 is safe, but the 5 is not.
Yeah, start with the
The
7
obviously
then.
7 get played first.
Big think here from Kawashima. Does not want the 7 mon for Tenpai. I mean, she wants it, but doesn't want to give up the value of her hand. The closed.
Oh,
Riichi
Jen drew the
potential.
2-pin.
Yeah, it's tough.
Stay safe, Jen.
That's very tough. 9 so. Huh. Okay. Locks in Itsu. 9 so here. For Kawashima. This is not Tenpai either.
Not Tenpai, no. It's close. Well, we didn't discard the 9 of characters.
You go
We'd
8.
have Tenpai, but
Go 8 so here. You'd have the widest weight, but it's not safe. Big think here.
I don't hate if we're going to be playing really scared. The 8 of characters is probably yeah, the 8 of characters is safe. I think it's played right after the reach. But yeah, the 6 is fine.
Ooh. But it's just not the 2-pin. That's the one.
Yeah, there
it is. Tough one.
I hate to say I saw it coming, but it is
Dealer's
Suji.
Reach.
Jen was folding, and it was not well. She wasn't. She was sort of trying to attack while also defending.
Okay, no Uradora at least.
Lucky, but it's gonna hurt.
Hmm.
I don't blame Jen for playing that though. That was all Nanase's work. Setting up that Suji trap nice and early with the 5 of dot discard, and then choosing to wait on the 2. Oof. Sneaky, but also
Definitely.
exactly what you need to do if you're the one building 7 pairs. It's one of the reasons why I really like 7 pairs as a hand. It's I don't go for it as often as maybe I should, but you could be so sneaky with it. You could feel like the worst person in the world. Like you could feel like a supervillain sometimes when you've laid a cunning trap and the other player deals into it.
Yeah,
Which that player wasn't Jen today, unfortunately.
Occasionally, you can do that with a regular hand too. You just have to do a pair weight. Like we saw the Dora Tanki earlier in the first game. Just draw that Dora and it's too unsafe to discard. You just pair weight for it and do a Riichi and just hope it shows up. Just pray you can get the Dora before somebody else wins.
That's fair, yeah. So, looking at this hand.
7 pairs is always like that, so you always get the chance to pick whatever weight you want.
Yeah, that's the thing with 7 pairs, because you do have that time, assuming that you don't end up having to play defensively, and then you end up on because that's how 7 pairs tends to go. You can plan it from basically draw 1, which makes the trap so much more believable if you can set it up correctly. Because surely you wouldn't think to be setting the trap really early in the hand, right? Surely it'd be sort of mid to late hand game when you do that kind of thing.
Yeah, unless you really know, unless you've seen it already.
By the way, though,
looking
looks like
for
Jen
a flush
again.
Maybe this one will work out. I don't think she's gotten any of her flush hands this game.
Jen only wants one thing, and it's disgusting.
Okay, here's a pawn.
But here we go. Okay, there we go.
And no Dora in this one. Dora is the 7 of dots, but maybe a green dragon to add some value.
It is going to be facing this very fast all simples from Sakayori, though, who has no
Yeah.
interest in letting this game continue, just win cheap and move the game along as quick as we can. That's the other really annoying thing about playing from behind. The other players have no reason to go for value or fight you in any meaningful way. Having said that, Sakayori does have a chance of getting the 6-0 mixtural sequence if we see that Dora was just played by Jenn.
Right.
It's going to be called, but not by the player I was talking about. This is Tempo, though. 3-6 of characters does it.
That's a triplet of 3-pin right there. And that's going to be tough for Kawashima. She doesn't even know that they're locked away. But maybe that means Jenn can come back on this hand. Get some strike back against the dealer, even if it's a sumo. Oh, what is this? Doesn't seem that useful.
Terrifying.
Yeah, just discard it.
I guess it sets up a sushi trap, but it's the Dora, so
right.
Yeah, one it's the Dora and two it's mid row two. So all the things I was talking about a nice cunning disguise, not quite
Jenn
flying
makes
this time.
another call. Still 2 away though.
Still 2 away. But then you're playing from behind, right? So you have to try and make something happen.
Right.
So absolutely respect. It's exactly what I would be doing in this situation.
It's putting some fear into Sakayori here. Got a Sozu tile. Definitely not safe. Her hand is really good, but can she be willing to push it? She pushes it. Goes through.
Yeah, that's the problem. That's the thing about a open flush, right? It's more like a dare to the other players. Hey, I'm doing
fair.
this. You know I'm doing this.
Oh,
I know you
one
know
away. Okay, Jenn.
Oh, yeah. And the knight was just proven safe.
Yeah, but Jenn did change her hand. She did a
change her hand.
Tadashi.
Yes.
Man, this is the last one. The last green. No, sorry, the last white dragon. Yeah, Kawashima doesn't go for it.
Gives us 2 safe tiles.
So, ooh.
That's a no-go. This is where we could probably go white right here.
Yep,
Yeah.
there they go. I mean, if she didn't call them before, probably no time to call them now. This is Tenpai. Which weight will she take? Sanzo weight, 3-so, 8-so.
I think Jenn knew. She knew you'd be the one to commentate on this game.
Unfortunately, the 3-sos are all gone. It's just the 8-so.
Yeah.
But is it?
And that's gone too. 3-6 wins it.
Nanase, that's another redeal. Nanase is the dealer. $6,100. That's a big hand there. Didn't look
That does
so
make things
big.
interesting for the whole table, though, right?
Yeah.
Because as you say, 6,100 points, but from first place.
Right.
I did say 20,000 points was a big gap, but now it's only 16,000. It's not that bad, you know. I'm not saying I'm not saying I can see Jenn winning this, but I can see Jenn winning this. She can get a good start for one really good hand.
Nanase is our first dealer, though, so she's the first hand we're going to be looking at. Not amazing.
Pretty decent. Once you've played all the shrapnel away, it looks pretty decent, I'd say. Although
triple south for Kawashima. Jen's got an interesting hand here. Not that much value, but already halfway done.
It's one of these things that I always try and count the points in the pot. Two repeat counters, 600 points. It's not a lot, but maybe it could be very significant. The last game was decided by 600 points.
There we go. Another good draw for Jenn. So quick hand on the move. Hopefully she can pick up some points. Uradora, Ipatsu, Sumo, something.
Yeah, exactly. That's why we love Reach.
One away. No real Yaku, though. Any of her Tenpai will be Riichi only, no Dora.
Having said that, I don't see any of the 9 of bamboo out.
Right.
So
good weight.
I'm not saying I want to put all my eggs in the basket of hoping that we get that Ipatsu, but
Why not
certainly
me,
not
right? Why
impossible.
not Jen? 5, 6, 7, 8.
Speaking of
Okay, keeps
this,
it. Maybe an Itsu
mm,
switch. That's one way to get a bunch of points. 1 to 9, full straight. That 3, 4, 5 is
Nanase
going to
though
be
is
big for
one away.
Nanase, yes. Oh,
Oh, and that's a
another
huge
big
draw.
draw. Still no Tempai there, though. There's a West. Jen! Nope, no use. It's
Not
close to
quite, not
Dora
quite.
as well.
How
Get
are
rid
we
of it
looking
now.
for?
Oh, Nanase is first to reach. This is tough for Jen to reach against this with no value.
If I were Jen, I would be taking the reach, but only because I'm in last place. I don't know whether that's tilting, whether that's just playing the odds.
Yeah, we'll see if she can get there.
Yeah, that's the tricky part, of course.
Interesting decision for Kawashima. She doesn't want to give up because she's got South, she's got Adora, but she is still pretty far from Tempai, at least 2, maybe even 3. Not 2 away from
Yeah,
Tempai, so she does fold.
I
Jen
think
doesn't
honestly for
find
Kawashima,
Tempai.
yeah,
She's going to play a little more
just
slow.
choosing to.
9
But that
so.
does let you go for the Itsu, right? That pure straight.
Yes. Yes, it does.
So even though it's less efficient, even though it's a little bit slower, at least if you do get lucky, you're getting lucky on more points.
Right.
But yeah, I get the feeling that Nanase here is probably going to be taking this hand.
Hmm. 2 5-pin there.
A bit of counting, shall we? I'm not seeing many 2s or 5s. There's 2 of them.
This is no, it's not Tempai any longer. She switched it up. But it's gonna be
2 5
hard.
pin is a 3 tile weight,
Right.
but it's not bad for the end of row 2. And I kind of love how Kawashima's managing to keep the dream of a 1 to 3 mixture sequence alive.
Yeah.
Finally, the 8 comes out for Jen as she gets 1 away.
2 5-pin
There's
deal
Dora,
in,
though.
but 8-pin does not here. There's another 5-pin, so 1 less tile for Nanase. Jen, Tempai, big Tempai, 4 7-pin. So all
Pure
those
double
pins
sequence.
in there. Deal in 2 5 4 7, 2 4 5 7. A lot of the 4 7s are also gone though, unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Only if Kawashima cuts the extra 7-pin.
But
In
yeah,
a
actually
tight
support
spot
this reach,
though.
though, even if you didn't have many tiles left. You need the points. And in an ideal world, you get the Ipatsu, you get the Yorodora, you got because I'm definitely in the camp of you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Let's see if it pays off here. 1
Oh,
mon, no dice.
not quite. Okay, Ipatsu's off the table, but
I don't
still,
know if there are any 4s and 7s left.
still good counting, yeah.
Oh, there's 1 7-pin left, it looks like. No more 4-pin.
Yeah, I'm counting. My count is 7, so there's only 1 tile left for Jen.
Yeah.
That is unfortunate.
But I'm not sure if there are any 2 or 5-pin left.
Hmm.
Oh, this
This
is
2-2-4 mixture
not quite
sequences.
Tempai, but yeah, you could keep pushing. Kind of scary though.
The other question is just if you're going to push, like, there's not a lot. I mean, you don't have a lot of safety in this hand, just in
Yeah.
general.
Oh, there's a 2-pin. There
The
was
2-5
1
wins.
left. There was indeed 1 left.
We even flipped an Urodora. So congratulations to Nanase for a pretty solid continuance of a dealership.
This is a tough spot for Jen. Can't seem to get
This
the wins
is...
on those Riichis.
Oh no, Jen, I'm so sorry. I feel bad. Still, we have another go at South 2 and 2 more hands, of course. Unless we are getting near that timer of 80 minutes plus 1 hand.
Right. The league is
I
timed, so
do not keep a track of the time. Although I have seen a game just end abruptly.
usually they'll
Time
make
must have
a
happened.
because at least they will have told the players one hand
The
before.
players will know, yeah.
Yeah, but sometimes that doesn't
One of the wonderful things
always.
that Jen does is anytime sort of the players stop playing for a bit, Jen has thankfully put the time in to edit that out, so we don't have to listen. We don't have to see the players just sort of standing around or doing nothing.
Hmm.
But okay, this is a pretty decent stuff for Jen, though. Not a huge amount of value, and that's really what we want to be point.
Right.
But
Yeah, because she's
any point that Jen can
down
score is
by
going to be good.
almost 20,000 now, unfortunately.
Yeah, but we have 3 hands to do it,
True.
and obviously any player dealing into another player is going to make the gap to at least one position closed up a bit as well. So not last is definitely achievable. First is going to be a tricky, but it's possible. And this is another upgrade for Jen. Looks like the hand is going to be just Pinfu. I think I think there might have been one door there. I have to check.
Yeah, no doors.
Okay.
Another set. Well, that's not Pinfu, but it is
This is
Tempai.
Tempai for Jen. But
Rough one.
yeah,
Is she gonna hold out? You gonna at least take
I think I
Tempai?
just take this reach.
Just
Am
take
I
Tempai at
tilting?
least. Yeah, because maybe you can get the pure double sequence or at least a Pinfu or something.
Mm.
You're right that there
Okay.
aren't too many improvements though, but this far behind any wash hand, any wash away hand is not even if you could. I wonder if she would even sumo if she drew it. Maybe not.
Sumo only with that reach. I
That's
would be
very brutal. Oh, 6, 7, 8 here for Kawashima. Still not Tempai, but very nice
still,
draw.
yeah, still 2 away. But and if you do decide to keep this, you want to keep the Dora, so got to cut one of the pairs away. This is a really awkward position actually for Kawashima.
Yeah, actually
Choosing
destroying the
instead to
3,
cut
4,
the
5.
3.
Well, I guess
That
maybe not
is
all the way
interesting.
3, 4, 5, but destroying the 3 from the 3, 4, 5. Does still have 4, 5, 6, but now that extra 8, not so good. Jen's still Tempai.
But she can't run.
Right.
The really exciting thing, obviously it's possible because we see the last of the 7 of Bamboo would be to go for that Khan, but
Yeah, I think if she gets a con, it would be worth just reaching at that point.
we do see the last 7. It
The
is
last,
in
yes.
Kawashima's hand. But I would be thinking about that from this position, from this sort of desperation.
Right.
I think we're going to see Jen reach in about 2 draws. That's my prediction.
Ooh,
Especially now.
prediction.
Now we've seen that 8 pin get displayed.
What is
That's
this?
basically a tempo
Is that
declaration.
a 1, 2, 3, 4? Does that even help? I mean, it's a different weight, but Sanshoku?
I
Is
think
it
it's
the
arguably a
plan?
better weight with
Looking for
the early
1,
2
2,
pin
3?
discard.
Yeah, she's looking for 1,
But
2, 3 Sanshoku right here. She's gonna discard for that
I like it.
route. Or at least pin
I,
through.
I probably would have reached ages ago, but I like the attempt to search for value. This is going to be a reach though. 2, 5 of characters do it. And now Jen can't even pursuit reach is the issue. Because we've taken a step back. We might not even be tempo at the end of this hand. If it goes to exhaustive. That was scary. That's not it. And we do see the summer. I guess the
Oh,
good thing is that
no,
if
up
we did
here for
reach,
Jenn. That's a
if we
dealer.
did reach on that 3-6, we wouldn't have won.
It's true. Save 1,000 points. Not sure how much of a consolation that is here.
It's not going to feel good, is it? Yeah.
Oh. And Nanase went from last place to first place on her dealer. She has to pay out a little bit here for the Oyakaguri or the dealer penalty. Still, what a huge run for her.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I guess it's kind of the optimal situation for Team WRC too, right? Having the team in last get the first place win.
I haven't updated the
We-
points yet, but happening. Oh,
Is this our timer? Is this our time being called?
oh,
I'm actually curious.
not sure.
Don't know. It's just one of these situations where when you see someone walk in the background and wave at them, maybe they're trying to say something.
I mean, he's definitely trying to say something. I'm not sure what it was, though. Was it about time? Was it about pushing the tiles? It looked like he was making some motion about pushing the tiles into.
It's quite possible.
Nanase's got a decent hand here again.
So as much as I would love to cheer for Jen, this is not the hand to. I mean, it's a perfect opportunity to go for value. I'm not quite sure what value yet, but when the hand is this rough, you have so much room to try and build something of value. But yeah, Nanase's hand is incredibly quick, and she's going to have no real reason to try and build value herself. Just move the game along, especially
Right.
if this is the last hand. I'm not sure if it is, but
Another double inside weight, double gutty as Jen calls them, has it. Not the most efficient weights.
you almost want to go 7 pairs for Kawashima here, which is actually not a bad hand to go for. It helps defend and keep your second place. And if you manage to get the Tempai, you can have more than enough points, especially if you manage to reach and or flip or and or sumo
Right.
to jump right ahead into first place. But yeah, Sakayori's just having a rough time of things.
Big think about the 7 so here. I wonder what she's thinking about. 7 pairs? Just too
It's
damaging.
definitely an option.
Oh, yeah, out goes the 8.
Hmm.
Jen gets a kind of a fill, but not what she's looking
Okay, now let's say managing to. I don't say you could go for a triple sequence with that 8-8-9-9, but it's slow. So yeah, cutting 9 early makes perfect sense.
What's it going to be here?
Yeah, I was saying how Nanase doesn't necessarily need to go for value, but Itsu's definitely a potential path that we could try and take this towards.
Yeah, I
Do
mean,
you
in the
need the 1
overall
and the 4?
scores, they do need more points, right?
That's true. That's true. Yeah, just because you have a huge bonus for first place does not necessarily mean that if you win a nice 8,000 point hand, that's going to be 8 points for your team. That's significant. Having said that, we know where most of the one of bamboo
Exactly.
are. In fact, I think we know where. So that Itsu is not looking that likely. That's I like what Jen's trying to do, right? She's trying to build the sand shocky. She's trying to get that 4-5-6 mixture sequence. There's definitely paths to value, and when your hand was bad, you go for value over with like an escape route if you need to use it.
But running out
So
of
she's
time.
doing all the right things.
It's South 3. Halfway through South 3. Only one more hand after this. Oh. Times you.
There's another pair for our 7 pairs hand.
Yeah, that's 5th pair.
I believe the obvious cut is a 7. Yeah, exactly. Because you still have that chance of that pure sequence instead if you draw the 4-7 of pins. So you don't have to go for the Chitoi route. I think that's Tenpai. First Tenpai going to Nanase. Just Pinfu, but again, she doesn't need value. She just needs to make sure that no one else has a chance of winning until this game is over.
Right. And there's really, you only need to do it 2 more times.
Yeah, exactly. So 4-7 of Bamboo does that and gets us to South 4. Say 7 was recently discarded. We know where most of the 4s are, unfortunately, for Nanase.
Jen is just trying to pull something here with all these doors. I might have even moved towards Tanya there so I could make a call. But it's true that even an open Mangan Pone is not going to do it on its own. She'd need another big hand after that.
But it's also, as you say, right? Yeah. The points do matter. So even just scoring 8,000 points, it's still going to be 8 more points for
There's
team.
an immediate backfire. Unfortunate. And it gets pwned, but it does give her another draw. Okay.
That's interesting.
For sure. Is it time to do Tanya now? It'll be a little late. Kind of missing the 5 shapes. Okay, the 7 comes out instead.
Toppy doppy on that 5 of characters. That is unfortunate. So I do think we are probably going to be moving on to South 4 with not a whole lot of excitement happening.
Running out of tiles here.
Sakayori is not going to be Tenpai, I don't think. So the question is going to be of Nanase and Kawashima, who's going to be in the best position going into the last hand? Could be a 3,000, sorry, yeah, plus 3,000 minus 1,000 point swing.
Right.
If Nanase is the only person Tenpai here, so.
Oh, this is Tenpai for Sakayori. She actually does take it. She just goes straight in with the Riichi.
I respect it. It's daring, but this is Tenpai for Kawashima as well. Oh, this is bad for Jen. Jen's gonna lose 3,000 points. No.
See if she's willing to cut 3-pin. 3-pin is close to Dora.
3-pin is terrifying. Yeah. We do see 3 of the 2 pins.
Oh, she goes for it. Wow, there's an 8-pin, not super useful.
I think we see 4 of the 2 pins, so that does block one side of that potential sequence weight. But yeah, nothing stopping someone from having 4-5.
Nanase goes with 6-pin. Everyone's just pushing here. There it is. Unfortunate for Jen, the only player not in Tenpai.
But on the plus side, I guess Jen does get another South 3, assuming that we haven't run out of time.
That's right.
Another chance, another hand. 1,300 points in the pot. Doesn't match the 3,000 we lost, but if you win this, it could be a huge comeback. Gonna have to beat our dealer Sakayori, though.
Right.
Which
first discard, White Dragon. Reasonable. Here's one in Kawashima's hand. Really
Kawashima's hand is actually kind of a mess, right?
Yeah, maybe half flush, just hedge it, or outside hand, a Chanta.
I was thinking definitely you could go for that outside hand.
Dora's
I'd be
7,
considering
so though. Yeah, so she doesn't discard 5, so Jenn.
Yeah, drawing in
Oh,
that
that's a
579
big
is
miss too, unfortunately for Jenn.
yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. When I saw Kawashima's hand, I'm thinking almost, do you want to go for orphans? Like,
Yeah, I don't hate it. Even for Jen's
it's
hand,
it's
I
10.
didn't hate it either.
It's 10 for Kawashima right now. It was 9 at the start, so it wasn't, it wasn't great.
Right.
But no draw states in this level of play.
Oh,
So
yeah, this would be crazy.
can't just declare a do-over. Okay, that's actually really good for Kawashima. No, we're going big. Okay. You know what? If this game ends in an orphan's hand and Jen is not the one who deals it, she might not be last place.
That's true, actually. That's true.
It's nice. All honors is
Hmm.
definitely another potential path, or
Yeah,
just
just in case
a
you need
lot
to
of
go
honors.
7 pairs as the backup plan. 7 pairs, all terminals and honors.
It's definitely doable. Something that that's another
Oh
one.
my, this is very fast.
We're
Very
missing
fast.
green, south, and west, I think.
It's
Let's
tough.
quickly check that one
That's
again.
what Jen has. Jen has green, south, and west in her hand right now.
There's one of the greens.
Green,
Yeah,
south,
green, south, and west.
and
Oh, just
no.
green and south.
Oh, this is tough for Jen. She still has them. Oh no.
Jen, stay safe. It's fine. I'm sure it'll be fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Right? It's fine.
It's fine. That
That's
doesn't add anything.
no. If we're going orphans, we don't keep this.
Interesting.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
Jen still
Well, I
has
wish you
green
luck,
and
Kawashima.
south. There we go, south. Just green. Oh, this is
Have you
Tenpai
seen
here. Maybe Sakayori with a redeal. She's got a Dora as well. No Yaku though. Has to reach to be able to roam. Wonder what she's looking for. She just goes for it.
just going for it? Honestly, Reach Dora 1 is still perfectly fine, especially when you know someone is going for orphans.
Yeah.
Because they're probably going to fold. Yeah.
And there goes the green.
Although-
Alright, they're all out before dealing into Kokushi. Oof. Phew.
I think there's still 2 in the wall, right?
Yeah, that's true. There are still
But
more in the
all
wall. Oh,
ones in
south,
Jen's hand. Oh,
Tenpai!
there's the south!
It's just green now. Hopefully
2
it's
tiles
not
for
Jen.
a Yakuman.
Yeah, Sakayori Riichi. I think Nanase Kawashima is Tenpai right now.
Yeah, waiting on green.
Green.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought it was green. It's a 1. That's a 7.
Oh, I want to see it, but I don't want to see it in Jen's hand. You know? I want to see someone else just
Right.
completely have their score crash.
Oh, it's a
Although-
green.
There-
Oh, goes
oh,
with
it's in
the
Jen's
red.
hand.
Goes with the
No,
red.
it's Nanase's hand.
Yeah, it's in the
I think
Nasa's hand.
I think in next turn. I think next turn it's over.
Maybe. Oh, something's going on. You have a call?
I think next
Oh,
turn.
Jen is thinking about
being in last
chi.
place.
Oh, Jen grabs it. Jen grabs a tile. It's not going to be worth much, but any points any. Oh, there it is!
Oh,
Oh,
13 orphans.
that ML Stadium, that's tough for ML Stadium being on top right now.
Yeah, exactly. I guess it's both good and bad news for Team WRC, right? Because they're no longer in last place, but Mazebar are going to score more points thanks to this. But 32,000 points.
Ooh.
Hi, Jen. Now, can Jen, who is in chat now?
Oh,
the game's over.
time up.
We ran out of
Time up.
Okay.
I can't believe that was that was the time up hand. That's crazy. What the? Oh, there was gonna be a Jen can't hold the smile back. Getting bailed out. Nanase is not super happy about that. It's a different kind of smile there. Every player has a different smile on right now. What?
Still, congratulations to Kawashima.
insane-
It's a rare thing to see a Yakuman hand, especially in pro play.
Yeah.
I think we've already had one Yakuman from Jenn this season. but that was not
That's
on
right.
the TV table.
She also got a Kokushi, but it wasn't on the TV table.
In the match. I don't think Jenn did
my
badly though. I think Jenn,
goodness.
she was in pretty much every single hand. It just didn't pan out.
Yeah, just
Unfortunately.
did not work out there.
But what an exciting match. What a way to end.
Oh my goodness.
But it's not the end of the day though.
That's true.
We
We
have
still have
one more
another
match.
game to go, and another WRC player that we haven't seen.
Exactly. I think we're both swapping out
Mm.
with a last-minute substitution. We were going to be seeing Dave, but I think we are not going to be seeing Dave. We're actually be seeing Harrison for Game 3 today.
That's right.
And, of course,
Got a
Corak.
bit of a last minute swap here. I don't think I have the tag for it, so we're just gonna go in with this picture right here. Welcome.
Yeah, sorry, Harrison. We've legally changed your name to Dave today.
That's okay. I'll be Dave for a day. Dave needs some other people to be Dave for a day sometimes. Much like Jen, very, very busy guy.
I will say, just while Jen's in chat, how do you feel about that 7-so versus 148 so Chinitsu Tenpai?
I'm telling you, it's Sannenchan, it's just cursed sometimes. 3-sided weights, I don't know what it is. There's some number theory on it, some bad juju. I don't know why.
The Sandman-chan would have won though. That's my point.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's
Oh,
talking
well,
about the hand where she
Statistically,
was
some
closed.
have to win.
It was
Wait.
the reason why we kept the 7, I think, is because 6 was Dora, right? So keeping the 6-8 was adding an extra draw to the hand. But dang, just so unfortunate.
Yeah.
It was.
No,
I was
she's-
still at a different hand, but yes,
Yeah.
the 8-9 weight was also another one.
It's funny because
Yeah.
they were both Sozu flush.
They were both
hands.
Sozu.
The one
Yeah.
Pyro was talking about was a half flush. The one Jen is talking about was a closed full flush.
Oh,
we
yeah.
didn't even find the 8-9 weight until like 2 turns later when Jen gave up the 2-cell, and we are like, huh, she must already be Tenpai because why would she not take Tenpai? And then we saw, oh yeah, it's actually waiting on 8-9. But the 7
unfortunately-
was the Ipeiko and the full straight, the Itsu.
Yeah, because I think it was 6-8 versus 1-1-2-3-8-8. Which, yeah. The 6 being Dora is the reason, obviously, that Jen chose what she did. And it makes sense. But then seeing the 4 would have been played. Well, it's just, I'm sorry. Anyway, I will.
It happens. Hindsight's 2020, right?
Exactly. And what an exciting match that ended up being. Like, down to the wire, thanks to that Yakuma.
What a way to end the game. What a wacky, crazy way.
And of course, with the correct picture there, we also have Arthur Corak coming in as a World Riichi Mahjong Pro. Welcome. to the
Hello,
country.
everyone.
What a
You
match,
just hitting
Corak. We
Kogushi
gotta-
on the end. That's a nice way to end.
Yeah, we got to follow it up with a double Yakuman next game. Surely. What are
Yeah,
our thoughts?
maybe
you
a
think it's
little
Suiso
optimistic
Daisangen, or you think it's Suiso Shosushi? Surely it's
I
one.
always feel Shosushi is the easier double Yakuman, just because you just need one other block. With a Daisangi, you need 2 other blocks. So you're always tempted to go a little cheaper.
Yeah, that's fair. Just take the single one out. Especially if you're gonna have all those off wins, then you'll just, go towards Shosushi unless you have like 3 paired dragons or something insane in your high buy.
Oh, for sure. It's one of those Yaku that's like, you think about it, Shosushi, yeah, it's never going to happen. And then it does, but you go, wait, that's not supposed to happen.
Well, speaking of next game, I believe we're ready to get into it, right? And with
Yes, we
that,
are.
let's go ahead and introduce the players. Starting off in the first seat, we have Momoko Suzuki representing Ground Queens. In South Sea, representing Team WRC, we have Mio Nishida leading as our second dealer. In West Sea, representing ML Stadium, is Ayane Minami. And in North Sea, final dealer for our final game of the day is going to be Mei Takashima, representing Maze Bar.
Yes, May of Maze Bar, of course. I believe we've seen a couple of these players plenty of times last season.
I think we've seen one of them before earlier today, right?
Oh,
I was
that
tuning in and
was
out.
that did not look like a happy picture of Jed.
Yeah, I mean, listen, like you're not fourth, but
It feels
man,
bad taking a minus 30 there, but
yeah,
you
minus
take
30
those.
second.
You have to.
Yeah, I mean, it could have been worse, right? At least you saved 10 points at Uma, if not anything else.
All right, we'll get a look at these hands in just a second here. Looks like a 7 Dora, Chun pair. Might go Honitsu with this. There's a bunch of floating honors.
That's
7
gonna be a
Dora,
call
though,
and
so may
go
just
with the
call the
Dora.
Chun and go. There's also
Yeah.
Chitoitsu right here. Speaking of Chun, we have the other two in the second hand, and this looks like a Pinfu. And this looks like a much more standard Pinfu, but with much worse blocks. You'd have a Penchon potentially accepting Dora. Still, I'd say
Yeah,
dealer, especially that Tumon draw, has by far the best hand here. The interesting question is going to be what happens on that Chun. Is either of them going to be able to use it as the pair, or are they going to get stuck on it?
yeah, I think who's it? Minami and Takashima for Maze Bar and North Sea. I think both of them are going to have the advantage in this hand because dealers Suzuki and Nishida are Mochi Mochi. They both have the pair of the reds. All the speed that is going to bring their already slower hands is just gone. And now it's just a matter of time, I feel, before Minami or Takashima forces a
Well,
Riichi on
Suzuki
board.
has some routes here. You draw a 1-pin or a 4-pin, and then you have a pretty straightforward route. And of course, there's still the Chitoitsu. 5, excellent draw there. 5, 6, 7, Sanchiku,
Ooh,
Ishan, 10.
okay.
Possible 3-mon Chun Shampon.
Yeah, everybody's drawing pretty well, so hand speed is kind of stabilizing across the board. Everybody hovering around the Ryanshan 10.
Haku, not it. I feel this is one of those things where everyone gets a little closer, and the 4 is such a frustrating draw. I'd probably cut the 9 there, just because I don't see much value in the 5, 6, 7, 9 with all the blocks, but instead gonna keep a little more flexibility in Manzu. 6, keeping
Ooh.
the safe tile, also potential Suji trap on the 3.
I was going to say, interesting situation. Dealer might actually drop Chun pair here. We see a little bit closer to Tenpai. If they draw a 1 or 4 pin, they might decide to drop the Chun pair for Pinfu. Would actually help Nishida if she wants to open up, call the hand.
Well, as I was saying, I'd cut the 9, but instead going to be Tenpai here. Probably you just have to reach it. If you're taking this play, I feel you need to reach it, and if you're not, you probably should throw in the 9 the last turn.
And did fishing for the Sanshoku Pinfu route, wants all the value, possible Ipeiko route too. My goodness, Minami wants it
great
all.
floater, doubly Peiko shapes. 4-pin, can slide this down or take the wider shape. You have the Dora Penchun, you'll just slide this down. Dora pair up, this is Chitoi
Ooh,
Ishan 10, not really what you want. Could go 8, so.
Could go 8
Yeah,
pin.
I feel the 8 so is the normal cut there. You
Well,
lose
8
the
pin,
Ryan, but
yeah,
you're
I
still
guess,
planning on
yeah.
plan A is still the Chun. It just is. You're
Yeah,
getting
you
a
still
little
keep the
suspicious
Chitoi
of your
too.
middle of second row and you haven't seen them. We figure that's one of those that someone has one left over and they'll throw it out when they're Tenpai. 2,
And
4,
3
6, 8,
players,
not the
Ishan 10.
shape you want when it's this late. We'll just shift up the Ryankan.
Play that safe 2 that just passed.
There's
and
our
first Tenpai on the
Tenpai.
board.
Riichi, Sanjiku guaranteed, 1 Dora guaranteed on Chun and 3-mon. Of course, we have seen 1 3-mon out, and of course 2 Chun in hand.
And it'll be interesting to see if dealer folds. Not a lot of safety with the hands.
Well, this may be an Ipatsu deal, and even.
Yeah, red looks a lot better than anything else. Not a lot to go off of. Even Formon's
The
only
2
half
is
Suji
safe if you want to
here.
just throw it back. I feel
First
that's your only
Nakasuji.
other discard. The 2 is
Oh yeah,
Genbutsu.
2-pin.
And that's the decision here, and we know which one deals in. It's going to be expensive if it is, because guaranteed Sanjuku here. That part of the hand is confirmed. You see the long
Especially with the
pause.
Chun on the E-Pots. That's Hanuman minimum, right? Before Ura.
Yeah, with the Apatsu. Riichi Apatsu, Sanjuku, Chun, Dora. She knows
Huge
it's
tank from
bad.
dealer
She hates it.
Suzuki.
She absolutely hates this style, and she knows it. This is a, do I really have to go for Chitoy this hand, or can I just shove the Chun? That is the
I
decision here.
mean, you don't have to go Chitoy as well. You could
Saves
draw
it, throws the
1-4.
2. Huge dodge.
Oh, and then Anko of 1-pin. I guess with 2-pins, you're just assuming the 1-pin's pretty golden right now with one already on the board as well.
Yeah, we just saw another come out, so it's not that bad a
But
tile. There's the 9. I mean, you can keep the Ishunten, but nothing's great here. It's so sad to fold a hand like this with 2 Dora as well.
especially as dealer, yeah.
I know a lot of people that would have just dealt immediately into that Hanemon.
Mm-hmm.
4 can try and shift this, but this is a which one of your bloated shapes do you want the most?
I mean, the 5-5-6 is weaker,
Says
but it's also
none of
not
them.
very
I'm out.
safe.
Forget this.
Yeah.
There are routes back in, but they're pretty hard.
Up and out, time to check a Suji pair, 2-5.
Now, Yuri Shunton now, I feel if you're not throwing the Chun, it needs to be the 2-pin now. The 2, 3, 4, 5 are all bad. The 2 is Furry 10, so that is the tile that gets thrown.
Still fighting, not down yet.
Ishunten. So that's that 5-6-7 Sanjuku plan.
Could throw 8-9 so here.
The 9
Is
did just clear.
Genbutsu.
The 8 I don't think is safe, though.
No, the 8's Genbu in pool.
Ah, yes it is. Oh, is it? Yes, there it is.
But yeah, but
2
the
times
sides
for Riichi.
to cut the
Well, there's your
Manju.
Chitoy. We know the 3 deals in. Will she find the 5 discard? Will she
I
deal
mean, with
in
the 2 and the
cheap
8
end?
Nakasuji, I'd imagine you'd have to play the 5
I
instead
feel
of
you
the
probably have to play
3.
the 5 as well. Might 3 Dama, though. I've seen some people do that, but I just throw the 5
I wouldn't
out.
Riichi this late in against a Riichi.
Yeah, with a Chitoy, you are a dealer, so there's extra value, but at the same time, you know the
Yeah.
hand is bad. Does Dama, waiting on the 3, does not deal in. Great defense.
Yeah, we'll see what the next tile is, though. If you get one scarier tile, you
8
might
so
talk yourself
pair
into
up.
giving up.
Well, I think you just always cut the 9 now, don't you? It'd be sad to
Yeah,
draw
it's safe
Dora.
to
It's just
dealer
the
as well.
widest shape by a long shot.
Oh, 2-set Genbu. It's fine for now. No need to push anything weird.
So these weights are both completely dead for both of these players. Both the Tempai are dead because they're locking themselves in the Chun and 3, and there's 1 3-mon that's already been discarded. So 0 tiles versus 0 tiles.
With free 10 while doing favors for Suzuki, not trying to plant thoughts in her ear that that 3-mon's going to be better than whatever tile she draws for Tempai.
The
5
8 is
so
trying to get back to Tempai, didn't get there. That's not a great tile, but you've seen the 2 and
Nakasugi.
oh, there's the 3!
I think
Deals
she
it,
reads the
plus the
3 is not a
Suji.
deal it.
And the Ura, Riichi, Sanshoku, Dora 2.
Well,
I've had
it's
that look
only a
on my face
manga,
after the
but
deal out of the wait. It had Sanshoku 2. Oops.
no. I mean, Dodge is the really, really expensive end.
Yeah, with that shoot. They say there are a lot of people that just immediately throw for 12,000 there.
Mm-hmm. Well, WRC getting back some of those points lost last game. At least currently Nishida
Yeah,
leading the pack
Nishida. Well,
going into
Team
this
WRC way
dealership
out
with a
in
pair of
front. Of
E's.
course,
Yeah.
the key number is the score in yellow. That is if the game ended right now. But we take a look at his hand as
A lot
an
of
East
pairs,
pair, maybe a
actually.
Dora Pinfu hand here, maybe sort of 4, 5, 6 Sanjuku later. Couple of Yakuai pairs, might even go Honetsu. This is a Pinfu type hand, has a nice little 7, 7, 7, 8 shape. And a whole bunch of pairs
That'll be
now.
fifth
Maybe just
pair.
Chitoi.
Ishanten. I mean, Chitoi Ishanten. Good floaters to play for it, too. As it looks like in West C, Takashima is going to opt for a Honitsu hedge, dropping the 9-pin, 2-pin, keeping the Manzu for right now.
Yeah, 4-pin is just full Chitoitsu. And this
Oh, with 3
3
bucks coming
Montera
out. Yep.
definitely suggests full Honitsu. Gets rid of the overlap with the 1-so cut, having the 1, 2, 4, 5 previously. There's another pair up. This is Ishunten for Riichi Tanyadora 2.
Thinking about what to do
floater. Greetings, Sanshku. This is a. Can I
Yeah.
just cut the 9 now, or do I just have to keep cutting the 2? And I think the 2 is definitely the normal cut there.
Yeah, it's so
Ooh, holding that 8
very
for a little
realistic.
Suji trap action. Perfect Ishunten with the upgrade, possibly Peiko now. Could get into a little trouble because there is a 4 out. So if you call, you end up on a really ugly shape. Anko of the East now
Oh,
could just call and go Toy Toy if you ever see a 6.
yeah,
Hard
you would have
pile
to
to
get the
call
6
though.
first.
We're to see the
So that comes
Honitsu play
out.
with the Chi. Tuso threw it a couple turns ago. Not going to be of any use now. Hatsu throws the
We'll throw the
south, switches it
south.
out.
Twice out, so much less useful than this Hatsu that's not seen. At least in Nishida's eyes.
5 so. Potential Suji later. Not that important though. You're probably just take the great weight anyway.
It's an option. We'll
Dora
play
pair
9.
up. Now Ishunten.
Thinking about keeping the 5, even though it's Furry 10 with that East Anko to set against it. We'll stick with Chitoi with that floating East for some
June
weird
pair up.
Toy
Ooh, this hand's
nonsense.
looking expensive. You can't really dream Daisong in here, so you might as well just throw the Haku.
Yeah.
There is our Riichi Tanya Dora 2, 2-pin, 5-pin. And this is our Tempai. Will Dama here waiting on Hatsu? It is Chitoi Tsunomi.
But
Cut
as
the 8
dealer,
for
plus
relative safe
EV.
out.
Oh, but this
Anko of the
North.
North. We'll go ahead and throw the Chu, and it is 1 out, so it's not that useful a tile.
4-pin a
4-pin
little
does not look
scary.
great to that pond. Does throw the Hatsu. Will be called, and that is Tempai. Waiting 5, 8 mon. Oh, the second Anko. Those always feel bad.
Yeah, and we're out.
Just folding says, okay, that's a sign I'm out.
6L also a hard file to
Con?
push. Con
Nope.
on the 5-8. Not this time.
Floating 3, so not very useful. Just going to throw the 6, continue the fold. 3-pin, very
Well,
wide
a little bit of
Ishunten now.
washing. We have a 4-6-8
Oh
pin.
no, the tune, the last tune.
Play the yeah, Nishida's gonna try and fight a way back in the Tempai, but it needs a couple perfect draws back to back to get there. There are 3 8s out and 2 9s, so I think that was the tank there. Minami deciding, can I play that 9? Decides against it.
West
Nishida's
isn't
looking
going to
to
do
be
anything.
out.
Just trying to slide out here. Gets rid of the East, continues the fold. The 5. That is a fairly wide Ishunten. Was a little scared of this 9 earlier and just not throwing it. Says, I don't trust the 9, so.
Even this West that I think is only
Oh, it
one
feels
out
bad
on
if you have
board.
the Hatsu call, and then you see in your pond a couple Chun and a couple Hatsu.
Yeah, it
Or Haku.
happens.
Yeah, it does.
So not gonna deal in. Yeah, I was gonna say I think there's still at least 1-5, maybe no 2-mon or 2-pin, excuse me, but yeah, there
5
were 5
pins
pins left in
apiece.
the wall, and it comes
Yep, there
out,
it
pushing
goes.
Tempai.
Pretty dangerous. Riichi, Tanya, door 2, Mungan. And Suzuki says, I needed those points back, thanks. But takes them from Takahashi instead of Nishida.
Yep, even Stevens that way. Takahashi now in 4th place.
Minami will be dealer here in East 3. ML Stadium needs some comeback here, sitting at overall minus 173. We're early in the season, but that's
Yeah,
kind of on that border where, like, I need to win some games.
yeah, a lot of games to play with Oka. I think right now it's just try to get first, try to get good seconds. Play your good game.
All right, it looks like a Pinfu hand, maybe a Tanya, but doesn't call a Penchon to get rid of. This is a Chun pair, may just be call and go. Kind of hard to build any real value from that hand unless you pair the Dora up. 2 Mon connects with the 1. Maybe you go Hatsu here. Yeah, that is the play. Definitely most efficient. Gonna pull the 5 as an extra floater because you do have that Penchon you're not that thrilled with. Pay, not really do much. Gonna swing out the 9 for it though. A 4 completes the shape. But with a 1, 2, 2, 4, 4, 7 in Sozu, still has a long way to go. 1 pin upgrades that to a Penchon, but says nope. Not even can consider throwing the 9, just wants the 1, 2 gone. 3 so, okay, that's a massive improvement. The lower Sozu is still a bit of a mess. Now a 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 4.
Looks
6
like
Mon
Nishida.
connects.
And still working on the hand. May call the second one now. The hand's much, much closer than it was when the first came out. May just try and hit the Riichi for the value.
Salsa Blank, not going to do anything here. 3 so upgrades us to Ryoncon on a 3, 5, 7. We'll go ahead and cut the 3 from 3, 5, 5 in Pinzu, though. Planning to call the Chun. Feels that that's plan A here. Also kind of keeping a safe tile. Ooh, 6-0 is a nice fill.
Yep, that'll
Goes
improve the hand a
4,
little
5,
bit.
6, 7, 8, 9, 9. 7 pin. Well, now you have a workable Ishunten. Ipeiko, multiple Ipeikos.
Could drop 9 so here, and you don't
I
lose
feel
too
9 so
much.
is the normal cut here. You could even go 5 so, but yeah, I like the 9.
Still get the Pico on the 4-6. You still keep the 7 so as your draw.
Ooh, interesting draw. I just like the 9 pin.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
it
you
is
have
the most
to.
efficient, and you keep the Dora, so it's workable.
You can keep a second door on the second 6 as well. Very flexible, a lot of options.
West, of course, does nothing for the hand. 4 pin. Well, there's your backfire on the 3. Prioritize the safe tile, and now that it's later in the hand, unprioritize the safe tile.
Well, yeah, we'll play the efficiency. We'll try to get to Senpai. I have a feeling Nishida feels confident in being able to fold if there's any
Yeah.
pressure on the board. So just decides, you know what, I'll make max efficiency for my hand to try to
Well,
hit the
there's your
Senpai.
Tempai 3-sided. This should be a 6-mon Riichi, waiting on 3, 6, 9, so Riichi, Pinfu, Dora 1.
Ooh, and that's going to put
3,
Nishida,
that's also
push her
Tempai. We
away.
might see a chase here. We'll go ahead and
Yeah, we're
Reach
going to go
is
to
waiting
the
on the 3
Ipeiko.
so, but it deals to the Patsu, Riichi, Apatsu, Pinfu, Dora. That is Mongon.
Oof.
And Suzuki picks up another Mongon here, dealt into the first hand and then 1-2 in response. So we have a tie for first and a tie for third. Chun pair, south pair. You want to go Honitsu with this, but I don't know if all the tiles are there yet.
Could think about it. Maybe
Yeah, I like
well,
the
you could
one
cut
pin for
ambitious.
sure.
Yeah.
You're not sure which suit the Honitsu is yet. That's one of the frustrating things on heads like that.
Mm-hmm.
7 so connects nicely, fills that shade. This is a pretty bad pin for him. You feel the Ryan kind of gets a little better. 9 so not going to do anything. 5 mon pair up, you have the 3, 5, 5, 6. Maybe you cut the penchon later. East of course does nothing. 2 mon extends the Monzu shape 2, 4, 6, 8. Hand still cheap though and relatively slow.
Looks like our dealer Takahashi is going to break away from Honitsu, like multiple suits shapes, so is going to play efficiency, try and get a repeat, keep dealership, build up some points.
1 so pair up. This hand is not ideal. You see the Hatsu come out. There's a very distant 4, 5, 6 Sanjiku, but I just wouldn't bet on it.
Yeah, this far out, it's not worth thinking about. Keep it
Well,
in the
it's
edge of
worth
your
keeping
hand.
it
If
in the
it's
back of your mind, but it's
yeah,
not something to focus on.
exactly. If you're playing, then you'll keep the option alive, but
Like if you draw,
definitely
say, a
not
4
all or
pin,
nothing.
now you're actually considering it. 2 so, another pair. Doesn't really do much. Go ahead and cut the 9 pin. The plan for that hand may even be Honitsu. It's a long way off, but so is everything
I mean,
else.
if you hit the right draws, yeah.
8 pin doesn't really do much. I mean, you can go with the 4 so as the only other discard. The idea here is if you can pair up the 5, you can use the 6, 8, maybe cut the 9, 9 later.
Mm-hmm. See,
There is
Shingo
our
gets snap
Chun
called by
call. Says,
dealer.
okay, I'm done with this. Possible Chun Sanchiku Dora, though.
South, I think. Oh, South not called. I thought there was another pair in the hands. Misread it. Just gonna make sure to fill in those. Can't remember the word.
6.
What's the
Oh, that
word?
is an annoying
Mentsu?
draw.
What's the
Yeah.
one? What's the one for meld? Mentsu? No. Shunsu? No. Something. Whatever the word for meld is, somebody will know.
Sure. We'll go with the 7 so, not gonna fit. There was a Sanchiku hedge there, didn't really do anything, though. Can I have an overlap? Which of these blocks do you want? We'll go ahead and cut the 7. Again, the plan here is still just Chi the Dora indicator. If you get Tempai, in any way, you'll take it. Oh, Chitoi. Ishunten now.
And we'll go Honitsu too. Well, if we get the right Sozu draws and we're in Chitoi Shanten, we may just decide, you know what? Switch plans, swap it a bit.
That's an annoying draw. It just says you have to go You have to go Tanya with the hand like that when you get that pull. North is a complete blank. Just gonna throw that back. 7 so. Well, that's not it. Especially having just thrown the 8. Just gonna get rid of the 6s. Okay, we're gonna Sakayori this. The Sanchiku I was hoping for, but it's not here. There is your Chitoitsu. This is now Dama Tempai waiting on the 6 so. Would be Chitoitsu Domi. Well, you didn't like
Yeah.
6 last time. You want it now? Nope.
Curious to see
Oh,
what'll.
just Sumo. Okay.
Well, I was gonna say what causes it to change. A lot of the good Chitoi tiles are already discarded, but we'll just Sumo. You know, Sumo Chitoi.
That's one of those where I just feel so sad when you sumo the turd after you get Tempai.
Reaching a
Like,
Chitoi
I
on the
really
6-0,
wish I
you're
could see
never
that.
doing that. Never doing that. Not in a million years with that bond.
Nishida is in first place off of that now, and we are in South 1.
16-8. Valuable points. Anishida's grabbing. Really, I think the key here is if she can knock Suzuki off dealership. If Suzuki cannot build any points in dealer, Nishida is going to have a easier time closing out South round in first place, widening the WRC lead even more.
Yes, Team WRC, as mentioned earlier, has a pretty strong stranglehold on this group for now. But again, it's session 3, so we have a long way to go. 5-pin Onko now. Might be
Okay.
Tanya, but there are some dreams of bigger hands out there. Feels pretty Pinfu. This feels very Honitsu. We'll go ahead and throw the West, though. 3-pin. There is an Itsu, but it feels very much Pinfu hand. And my least favorite shape of all time, the 1-2 where 3 is door indicator.
And definitely the penchant waiting on a door indicator is not optimal. But if you draw 4 there, you get to play 2, 4, 6, and
That
that's
is the
not the
advantage.
worst.
Ooh, we have an Ishan 10 now with that 7.
And
5
Nishida
goes into
looks
the
like she's
Kanchan.
doing exactly what I was talking about, trying to close out Suzuki's dealership. May even choose a Dama if found Tenpai.
3-pin. Ooh. You only get to discard one at a time.
We want that 7 either way.
3 so fits in nicely. Upgrades to a 1-3-5. The 4 is connected to the 2, so we're going to cut the 1 mon here. 9 mon as a
So
floater isn't much, so just going to throw it back.
yeah, dealer Suzuki has not been able to hit anything.
7 will connect with the 6-6 immediately, but it's not an ideal draw. You take it just because you don't have anything better. 3, well, that's another Kanchan you're not thrilled with in that hand. You really want the Itsu, but we see where all the 2s and 5s are.
Yeah,
That's
just
an upgrade. Goes and cuts the 3-1. We see that Chi says, okay, I don't think we're getting anything big out of this hand. So just let me call with Dora. I'm going to get a 2-3-4 Sanshku in there somewhere. And of course, when another 3 so is revealed, the 1-2 pen shot afterward also cut.
4-pin drawn, helping out that Tanya just a little bit more. Minami trying to match the speed of the board. I think Takahashi still has the best chance of going
Tenpai!
out. Oh, so we had our Tenpai.
We will just Dama here. It is Tanya Nomi on, I believe, 2-pin 8 so.
Yep, it's going to get a little bit clunky. Could redraw the 3-pin to have the 1-4-pin weight. Has some draws around the 8 so too, specifically the 7 to get a 6-9 weight, but really none of them are good and the hand's not too valuable. So we may just see Nishida Dama again try to end Suzuki's dealership, take no risks in getting there as well.
6. Oh, the backfire having cut the 7, like the other floaters rather than the Kanchan, and immediately punished. Because the plan when you're making this hand is either go Sanshku or draw another Dora, and unfortunately it didn't work out. South not going to help this hand, though.
8-pin, no reason to upgrade. Oh, we also have a lot
There's
of
an
Sosu
upgrade.
draws for the Pinfus and everything.
Very wide Ishan 10. Okay, still just Dama for the 1 Han. 4, that is even makes the Ishan 10 wider. You're not really thrilled if you draw 8-pin, though, but I guess you'd take it on the 4-7.
Yeah. Takahashi improves her shape. Dealer still left, I think.
7, so that is
10.
probably the only tile you can really draw that you can. And you prefer the 4, but you definitely take this. I think you have to just Riichi. It is Riichi Nomi. We'll just stay Dama looking for the Tanyao. Not doing anything fancy here, just wants this hand over with. 5 so connects with the 6, but the hand's very slow. You know you're behind at this point. You get to late second row. That hand's not good. Well, that's Tenpai. Not going to take it, though.
It's Suzuki. Suzuki just wants to repeat, so she'll take whatever efficiency she can get. Gets the forward, too, to help connect.
Ishan
So we can
10.
cut 8, 9 Penchan.
Nista's net. That is Tenpai now waiting on 3-pin, but will deal in, of course, to that Shumpon. The Tanyao is enough. Just a dealer hand here, and Nishida just wants to move the dealer around, extend the lead a little bit.
Yeah. Tanyao Nomi. Suzuki, no chance to get anything crazy. Lay down Arichi as dealer, potentially get a bunch of points. Now the trick is, what are we doing with our high pie? If we see a bad hand, are we just going to opt towards slow, huge value with a lot of defense, or are we going to try and get some more points with this kind of not
I
too
want
bad
to
high
go
pie?
for I want to go for something.
We'll drop one
Though
pin to
that one pin
start.
definitely says I'm not going Honitsu, which I feel is the best value play,
Yeah.
but may just be going Chun. We'll
No,
see.
you have
That
too
feels
much other shape and too many tiles to drop to go Honitsu.
maybe.
Look at that. You have to cut all those Manzu. There's
Okay,
no
yeah, it's a
way.
little worse than it looked like originally.
Yeah.
North not going to do
Let's-
anything. 9 so extends the Sozu shape. Might even find a Chanta route in there somewhere. 2 completes
Maybe.
the 2-3-4, still has the 6-8. 3 so
Ooh.
completes the shape there with the 2-4.
Big Kanchan villain. Still gonna be a little bit awkward to play the Dora for Minami, but definitely able to get
5
the
so
right draws
well, that
around it.
upgrades your shape. Now the question is, are you just going to use the tune as your pair and cut the 7? And that is going to be the play, looks like. 8 pin fills the Kanshan nicely.
It's
The
Takahashi with the
5
flip
Mon's a
core.
pretty big upgrade. Might get that Honitsu and Monzu. A few draws left still, though. This is Tempai, but I like the 8 Mon, and that is the cut here. Because you're looking for a good weight. Bad weight Richinomi, yeah, it's early, but at the same time, do you really want it? You have a
And your
lot of
dealer.
upgrades. Oh, that is also Ishan 10.
Okay. Little
So,
clunky, especially without
okay,
being able to
well,
call the
that is
E's.
definitely a Dama. This head has so many improvements.
Mm-hmm. You got weird Tonki routes. You got a bunch of draws around the Pinzu to have
Could
around
cut the
them.
9 so here. Instead goes and cuts the 7 now, figuring the 2 carry or tile improvements aren't going to help a
5.
ton.
Could even
Re
reach this on the
Yeah,
Nobeton, and
okay, we'll
yeah,
go ahead and take the Nobeton Riichi. This is
two
Riichi
five
Chun
mon.
waiting 2-5. It is, of course, dealer Riichi, so everyone has to be a little concerned. Because figure dealer probably isn't going to reach you with nothing in this situation with a lead, not a strong lead, but a pretty good lead, especially
Mm-hmm.
over third and fourth. That is Tempai.
Ooh,
Well, Riichi, this is Riichi +1. Riichi Dora.
5/8 so. Or 5/8 pin,
Oh, just
excuse
draw
me, in the
yourself. Riichi
E-pods.
Patsumo, Dora, Ura 1, although that doesn't matter, but it's a nice little Mongon. Suzuki says, I'd like first thanks. And hits Nishida with the 4,000 and the sticks and minus 5,000 Suzuki up. A total of 9,000 from that one.
Yeah, huge, huge swinging points there. And this is gonna put Ground Queens almost, like, in striking range of, Team WRC if the game, ends going this direction.
Yeah, so it'll be their 10 sessions in the regular season. We're in session 3. So a long way to go.
Oh
Oh,
my
well, I was going to
goodness,
go on a
what
tangent.
is this? Surely
It's
one
good, but
pin.
it's not quite as good as it looked initially.
Yeah, has a clunky north and south. Oh, but a lot of speed for Takahashi's end.
Pinfu hand, we 1, 2, 3, Sanjuku eventually. This is a slower Pinfu hand. A couple decent shapes, but so many floaters. Oh, well, that's a draw.
There's no
Says no.
way. There's no way. 3 unpaired with the rest of
It's
that
such an
hand.
annoying draw because that's one where I look at the head, I go, I want Honitsu, but I just don't know which suit. And that's something we talked about earlier. But that's one where I
Yeah.
have 3 suits, I don't know which one it is.
Oh, pairs up the east though. I mean, could also again just play efficient, try to get your clothes reachy, catch people off guard, yada yada.
6 Mon connects here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, 9. 2 pin, not going to be of any help. Another pair up with the 8. Actually, 4 pairs toward Chitoi Tanyao. 9 extends the Ryoncon 5, 7, 9. We'll cut the loose 9 pin. 6, so good
Baku,
floater, better than
interesting.
the Chun. So we'll just hold it for now. And there is the call. And 6, okay, now we know
Yeah.
where the Honitsu is.
We're going Manzu. Also have weird toy stuff on the 7
Aku
Mon
pair up,
pawn.
Ishan 10. That's a Dora draw, so you'll gladly take the Penchun there. Oh, well, draw, cut a
Oh, you want
6-0,
it
draw a
back?
6-0.
Nope, not this time. That's Chitoi Ishanten could drop, yeah, either Tuso or South.
Well, there's the Haku. Of course, not going to go. Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh, this hand could be expensive. Still 2 Souths on the wall, I believe.
We just had one come out. This is
Oh,
also Tempai, though. Riichi +1, you probably just take it.
maybe.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and take
Yeah,
it. Riichi,
on
Dora 1,
a
waiting on 8-so. 6-so pair up. You can push this a little bit. It is a fairly wide Ishunten. We'll need that 3-so, though.
gonna
And
push
there
the
is our
7. It gets
pawn, and
pawned.
we'll just wait
We'll
on the
drop
South
4.
here. Oh,
Oh,
there's
and it
the
just came
South!
out!
And
Oh,
it
and this
just
is
come out, and you see all those wins. You go, wait, that's not what the hand's supposed
Hanemon,
to be.
right? It's got to be Honitsu Toy Toy double Yakuhai, 12K, 18K because it's dealer.
You had the East, and you had the Chu, and that's 2 Yakuhai by my count.
Oh my goodness. And as Takahashi sinks, Minami rises, all of a sudden passing Nishida for second place currently.
That's the type of hand you want to pick up. Just kind of disgusting there, manages to get the South and
Oh my
switches to it
goodness,
on the
it's a
turn
piece of shit.
before, and a second one
Shoot
just
pair up.
Sumagiri'd, and oof, into the dealer Hanemon there. Chun
Yeah, there
pair
was
might
the
be able to
one
call him.
call in between, but what are the odds, right?
Yeah, you figure it's not that bad. Well, sometimes it is. South pair up, double Yakuhai now. This is
A lot
one,
of
can I get
speed.
Honitsu? And the answer is, I'd say probably not. Just because your
You
floater
could
is so
try
good. Yeah, that's
7
the
mon.
Hatsu.
Okay, we'll do the Hatsu. Yeah, the speed of the hand's not the best either, which definitely makes you a little bit hesitant to try and commit to Honitsu, especially this close.
Okay, the
And
6
yeah,
pin
with
is
the
the, I'm
6.
going to try at least. We're not expecting it to make it to the Honitsu, but we want to try. Another pair up with a 7 up to 3. Not really fast, though. This is Ishunten
Oh,
after having called the South. That is very clearly not the tile that was expected with the long pause there.
yeah,
4 upgrades to 2,
Suzuki.
3, 4.
Thanking.
So if we have the
Akupera.
Chun, oh, are we going to brute force the Honitsu? Looks like it. Now that
I mean, I
means the
think,
Chun is very hard to come out.
yeah, if I'm Suzuki
Oh,
here,
yeah. Well, there's the Hatsu backfire, but that's fine.
it happens.
Are we
Suzuki, I
just
think,
going
just trying to play
Kokushi?
high value. Either Kokushi or Honitsu, just committing to playing a high value hand, trying to harass the rest of the board.
And switches out the 6 for the 8 because there is an 8 discard there. There is our Chun. This is now waiting on 3-so for South and Chun.
Formon.
No, now it's
Drop one
definitely
pin.
Honitsu.
Nishida trying to build Tanyao. Just get the hand nice and through with. Collect a little bit of points in the middle.
4-so. Feels
Leading
like
on
it's in the
Minami.
danger zone, but it doesn't deal in. Yeah, it just doesn't like the looks of this. The hand's not getting there. East pair up, just going to throw it back. Because that does kind of look like exactly what it is. A pawn where you tried to switch to Honitsu late. You just don't know if they got there, and in this case, you didn't.
So you want to be super greedy for a bad shape? A bad Ishanten.
I think you just need to defend your dealer turn here.
Yeah, that's definitely Minami's plan. Take your double Yakuhai and call it a day. Just
You're
keep
not even
Tempai.
necessarily expecting to win it. As long as you get Tempai payments on it, it's still a successful hand.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no!
No! commentator's curse. That one's on me.
That can happen. I'm pretty sure it was the correct play.
Yeah, I mean it's too hard to get like any good Sozu shape.
Yeah, well, really, your big upgrade is just that 8. So
Mhm.
you know there just aren't many left. Well, that I believe is Tempai.
Yep.
Yeah, there it is.
Tempa. Riichi
Riichi
hits.
Pinfu Tanyao waiting 2 5-pin. That
So Riichi from
is
last
also
place.
Ishunten.
Play the
6
4.
can slide down with the 9, but instead will throw the 6, hoping the 3 comes out.
Another 5-pin. What do we like more?
This is one where it's, can I keep this Ishunten? Because I'd really like to.
Yeah, against dealer 2 call and a Riichi though, Nishida might just have to back away. If the gap widens, the gap widens.
Yeah. And says,
And she
no,
arrives at
I'd
that
like
same
to, but
answer.
sometimes you just have to say no. Oh, and folds on that 2-pin that would have dealt in.
Yeah, dealer recognizes the danger, says, okay, I gotta pay Tempai payments.
6, getting back again.
Oh,
Tempted, not going to take that Tempai again. We know that deal's in.
could pawn the 6 to do some nonsense.
Another
Not gonna
2
do
just
it.
drawn. Wait's kind of dying now. Oh, that is Tempai. Doesn't take it. Will not throw the 9-mon. Oh, no!
A chance to get back
Fuso.
into Tempai though. I think there's one more draw.
Yes.
2 more maybe even.
He desperately wanted it, and nope.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have another draw, I believe. Oh, just Sumo.
Oh,
Read Sumo Pinfu
yeah.
Tanyao. No Ura, but a nice little pickup there.
27 or 1427. It's gonna
Should be
barely
not
negative.
at 0 yet, but closes the gap. More importantly, knocks Minami down to 3rd place as a result of this.
Yeah, it's big for Nishida. I mean, everyone is Mangan striking distance. Is
Minami would need to
400
sumo it or get a
20
Riichi stick,
sumo.
though, or I guess direct hit.
Yeah.
Takashima, though, just needs to win hands.
What's 420 sumo for Nishida? That's plus 52. So that's not quite enough to pass Suzuki.
Yeah, that's going to be 65, so not enough. Net 65, that is.
Hmm.
No, you just build for manga, and I feel that's what Nishida does as well.
Yeah.
Generally, when you have a condition, you don't aim to direct hit someone unless you have no other options, because people are just
Hmm.
too good at defense and they know you're going to try it. So
Yeah.
you hope to sumo, and if someone gracefully deals into you, you'll take it. 2 Mon Onko here, who's handled a little bit forward. 2 Dora here.
Ooh,
Decent hand shape.
it's good for Minami.
And Suzuki just wants to probably call and
Pair.
go here. Any Yaku is fine. Just want to win the game and the hand.
Yeah, Suzuki's hand is so broken though. It's so slow.
That was for Tanya. Well, there's another
Oh, okay.
Haku.
With Haku Anko, now all of a sudden we got some options.
Yeah, actually
Still, the
didn't
rest of the
really
hand's not
want
that
that
put
pile, it
together,
looks like, because
but
it needs a 7-pin so badly.
yeah, I mean, you can call it open now, though. That is one
Yeah, it
option.
gives you the advantage to call the 7, especially. Chun or Hatsu pair up, can't cut the Chun, and still go with the 9. Oh, just draw the 7
Oh,
perfectly like that.
beautiful.
Ishan-10.
Yeah, I think just debating on whether the 9 or the 1 is safer, and decisive
Right,
for the
but
9.
there is a Sanshuku on the
On the 9,
789, but
yeah,
it's going to
but
require a bunch of shifting, and says, you know what, not worth it.
yeah, especially in first like this with Oka, you just want to secure it. So
Since you already have the Yaku, the extra value really isn't that much compared to the first place bonus. We're going to cut the 6 here, floating the 9, looking for that 79 Sanshuku. West is not going to help this hand, though. East isn't it either. Might switch out the safe tile and does. One pin not going to help. 3 so and have an Onko of it. I guess Riichi +2 is an option. Riichi
I mean,
Dora
Riichi
Dora,
+2,
sumo it
you
into
build the Fu
Mangan.
up.
Let's see the 2 come out. Speaking of 2s, thrown right back. There's the 7. That's an upgrade. The hand's still no real value yet. Needs something to connect to that 9 pin. Great draw with the 5. Completes the 3, 4, 4, 6, 7. So you fill the overlap shape anyway. There's the Chi, and that is going to be Tempai waiting on 6-Bon for Hakunomi for Suzuki to just end the match. Of course, one had already come out. 3 pair up. Just gonna slide around, not mess with the Peiko. We'll just keep the 1-3 for now anyway. It's Chitoitsu, I believe he's Shunten. Still waiting on that 6 here. There's the Haku. Gonna hold it for now. You're a little concerned because it's live at this point. Oh, do you ever dream of Doko?
Play 1-mon and
that's what I guarantee you. I know a
Doko.
lot of people that would do the 1 without thinking about it, but 3 pin is absolutely the correct play.
Yeah, it's so much better for your shape and efficiency. Especially on a 3. Like, if it's a 2, an 8, a 1, or a 9,
Oh, we
more
say that the
reasonable.
3 comes right
But
out.
it just came out. It just came out. Ah, that one hurts. Tempai on 3-mon, 9-mon.
No.
You get Doko Ron, you get Sananko Sumos. Sananko's 2 or not Sananko. Doko is 2 Han,
Doko's
right?
2, closed or open.
Oh, so that would be Mangan condition 2. I bet you'd have to get the.
Well, you have 2 door. It doesn't really matter. Because the plan is
But you'd have to win on the 3-mon because if you called the 3-pin, if you got close,
there's an upgrade. We're Shunten.
Open
there's our
Tempai.
Tempai. Ends up with a 3-9 anyway.
Okay.
Of course, 9 is Dora.
7.
That's
Chitoitsu
Tempai.
I mean, Takashima's got to take it. I guess the option is what's less likely to deal in or what's likely to get a deal in. I don't think you Riichi here under any circumstance.
I think you're dealer. I don't care. I'm throwing the stick in.
Yeah, but I don't like either of these weights.
Yeah, but are we just going to throw one and then the other?
Really have any upgrades.
Yeah, so what's the point? Takes the Nakatsuji 6-0 weight, throwing the 3 because the 9 was discarded very early. And now here, could shift down with the 7, doesn't feel safe. Can also just go Haku, Haku, Haku.
I mean, Formon's Nakasuji across to dealer. It kind of sucks. Suzuki's in first. I'd almost imagine she has to just fold with Haku, right?
Yeah, within Oka structure, there are arguments to throw the 7. But those are really our only other options. There's the 8. Sheepishly throws it back, but that's when it gets a 6, but it's the wrong one. Oh, no. There is the sumo.
Oh, there's the last 9. Now we're just looking at 1-3 left, if I'm not mistaken.
There's a very loose 3 in that hand, though. At a 2-2-2-3. I imagine it gets pushed if Tempai is reached. 4 so isn't it, though.
It's a tough tile. We'll
put 8. Still Shunten. 1 pin isn't it. Well, I mean, it's Tempai. There's an Iyaku, but it's Tempai.
Or no, it's not.
No, it's not. There's one across. I'd throw it.
1 out row 3 is a little weird, though. You're like, 2 Riichis on the board. One of them might be Chitoi. You're like, ooh. I guess dealer doesn't even look Chitoi.
We'll try it.
It's no Yaku, so
there's
unable
the 6.
to win.
That is the deal in tile. Doesn't throw it. Now has both deal in tiles in hand.
Well, Manzu's the safest here, and none of them, so we throw a 7-pin. Said, hate all those.
Few more draws. 2 so isn't it. believe it's this and one more. And that is Tempai. This is going to deal it on the 3.
If Nishida
Doesn't
tries
do it.
it, no,
Dodges the
very
deal in.
disciplined.
Would have dealt into Riichi Dora 2 there. Great decision to get out.
Yeah, Nishida going to be very relieved to see after that fold that the Tempai was on that tile. That's like the one time you want
Riichi
to
Hote
see
Dora
that it would have
2
dealt
would have
in.
been enough.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh. Everyone's still within range, and of course now
Tight.
there are 2 sticks in the middle, so it's even easier to catch even without being Tempai as Nishida. So it's just anyone needs manga, and the conditions are a little easier now. Dora Penchun here, 899, maybe a Chanta type hand. Pretty standard Pinfu. Couple floaters, but feels like it's probably going to be Pinfu, maybe a 3 or 4 5 Sanjiku in there somewhere. And similarly, another Pinfu hand. So a lot of very standard hands, and then this one, which wants to be Junchan. He doesn't know that it's going to get there, but it wants to be. Five completes the shape there in
It's a
Monsoon.
good
3, 4, 4,
hit.
5, and 6. 2 pair up. Doesn't really do anything. Probably the East. Instead, just throws it back. That is definitely an I want Junchan type play. Seven extends the Monzu shape even further. The 3 connects with the 4, 4, 5. 5 pin as a floater, not great, especially when the plan is Junchan. Switches out
I'll
the
throw
tiles.
it right
Throws
back.
9. The 1 is not an ideal tile. Throws it back. So you have a few options here. You can go 1, 2. You can throw this back. You could throw the 4, but I hate it. So yeah, just throws the 7 back.
Yeah. I mean, if you're
Dora
going to
pair
throw the
up.
4.
Well, that's an awkward draw.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Only
you probably
2
just have to go
pairs in the hand,
Riichi Dora
too.
2 now and hope that the best. But then we're going to see a call here. Suzuki says, yeah, I don't need anything. Just let me get Todd Yao. I'm good.
I'll play Dora, see if there's a
Says
pawn.
Dora. It is
Check
not
value.
called. Well,
You should have
draw
getting close
7,
to
throw
Tempai.
7. Well, trying to get to that Sanshoku, but the Dora just makes the hand really hard to play. Oh, the perfect draw with the 6-0. It fills in the Otozuki for that Tanyao.
The worrisome part of the hand dealt with.
2 pin not really to do anything here. 3 not going to do anything, but still needs to pull in either the 4-so or the 6 pin. Neither particularly easy. Now you can't get the 4, you can't get the 1, 2, and Sid cuts the 4 pin. Not really the value route.
I'm on debating if we just abandon the plan
Abandon the
surely
Yitsu
here.
and maybe go 7, 9. The answer is nope. Instead says, okay, I'll take my Tempai. Just let me win the match. Anyone please throw me a 4-so or 6 pin.
You should have still sitting Ishan 10. Might at some point open up for cheap just to pass Minami. There is enough on board to do so.
Yes, 2,300 in the pot. Shouldn't really have to worry too much about it. That is not Tempai.
Still Ishan
This is
10, the
also not
Riichi.
Tempai. One Mon pair up. We'll go ahead and pull it in.
He's not going to do it.
2 pin. Yeah, it doesn't really do much. You keep your perfect Ishunten here. Haku not going to do anything. 3-so upgrades to the 2 5-so weight to end the game potentially. Whole bunch of 7 pins. All of them are out
2-so
now.
comes
But there's the
out.
deal in 2-so just going to shut it down right here.
Oh, was that Minami?
Well, if it
Or-
is, I don't think it makes a difference
Yeah,
in the
you're right. It
scores.
wasn't quite close enough.
Yeah, one Homba would need 2. It
Oh,
was
100
29-7 to
off.
29-6, and she's just realizing it, I think. You saw the little laugh there. Suzuki in first with the 40,600. Minami in second. Nishida, a bit tragic there. You can see the look on her face.
In the
Oh,
third,
and
yeah.
Takashima didn't have much that game, but definitely everyone kind of giggling over the 100 points.
Mm-hmm.
Intense there at the end, and boy, you can see that Ground Queens have closed the gap with Team WRC as a result of that game. Now within 20
Yeah.
points. Takashima going for that perfect ±0, currently at -0.2. And ML Stadium has a long way to go. Manages to...
And I believe, well, first we'll get into the scores overall from today. A -38.4, not great. Happens.
Ground Queens,
for
the
Team
big winner
WRC.
today, went from pretty far back, and especially with Team WRC losing some points, now very close. ML Stadium continues to slip quite a bit, though. So they have a lot of work to do.
I believe we have an interview as well post that game.
Team WRC, we just finished our matches. You heard from Uotani earlier, and I played game 2, and Mio played game 3, which you guys watched. And いかがでしたか？
いや苦しい手が入らない一回だけだったのでも
手が入るのは入るんだけどね上がれない
しテンパイまでもまあ時間かかるし、だけど4着がないから嬉しい
そうだね4着ない We did a lot of last place avoidance somehow. We're really just on the border of every single placing that we got today. So Yuumi was just barely second place, and then I was just barely third place, and Mio was just barely the other way, just barely third place. So we kept our first place position. 首位はとりあえず
まだ首位です。このまま守り切る。
引き続き応援よろしくお願いします。
応援してください。
Thank you, everybody.
Bye bye.
Yeah, WRC really scratching away today at places, both in the good and the bad. But still first overall. Now, especially with UMA bonus and everything, is basically 1 game away from Ground Queens. But again, in an Oka format with a lot of games to go, a lot of volatility, 1 good week or 1 good session. Next session could put WRC even further ahead than they were.
Yes, as mentioned earlier, a long way to go. We are in session 3 of, I believe, 10. So there will be a long season that everyone will have to deal with. And of course, we'll keep you up to date on Team WRC and their adventures through the rest of the season, along with everyone else. And I don't think that box is how that's supposed to look.
It's a
I
box.
think the outline's a little weird, but it works. Anyway,
It's fine. It works.
Overall, these are individual for the team. Jenn in 8th overall with 91.4, managing to escape with that 3rd place. Not the ideal 3rd, but hey, it's better than a 4th. Mio with a bunch of work to do, 106, the minus 10.6, and Uotani with the 6.9, nice, 71st.
Yeah.
And the overall individual games and scores, of course, see Chinose in the 1st place with 8 games played already.
Oh, wow.
At 139.3. So definitely has been front-loading her schedule. But even here, you see Jenn right under the cut line for that advanced position for places 1 to 7, having played 4 games for Team WRC. But once again, long way to go.
Yep. So I think that is going to unfortunately do it for us today. There is no more Sankei Shimbun Cups games for today, but if you are interested in checking more out, we have the VODs on the channel. Never forget, you can always check those out, see our past streams, see our past commentary, and if you're looking for when the next session will be, I'm seeing the 9th of September. So probably that the 11th and 12th will probably be when we broadcast that Thursday.
Yeah, we
Friday.
tend to do
That's
it
pretty
Thursday
typical.
and Friday. Works out for everyone reasonably well. We hope to see you there. Obligatory. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button.
Hit
The
the bell,
more
all
responses we
that
get
fun
from
stuff.
you, the more games we can pull in ourselves and broadcast to you in the future. So, this is when we do our full wrap-ups. Any announcements? I think there's a WRL event in DC you want to talk about.
DC is running a WRL minor for all of those USA players watching right now. It'll be a one-day event that is going to be actually right after the what's the word? Right after the
At least right after our next broadcast.
stream.
Should
Yes,
be
on the
pretty
13th.
soon.
Yep, so you'll get 2 days of Sankei Shimbun, and then if you want to come to the WRL minor in DC, it will be 5 games back to back to back. Standard WRC 2025 rules. That'll be super fun to get to play around with. Very excited for those. And the nice thing, again, with it being a one-day event, is you get to come, do it, and then it's done. No nonsense, no double things.
I'm probably not going to get a hotel. Just drive in, because it's about 2.5 hours each way. Drive back. Should be a brutal day, but should be a lot of fun in the middle of it anyway. And the other thing, of course, is Roddle, the online team league on Roan is still open. You can sign up for that anytime. There will be games every Saturday. For us anyway, it's in the mornings. For, of course, the Europeans should be in the afternoon. And for the Japanese and Australians, it is in the late evening. So that is, get your 4 players, sign up, and you should be good to go. So with all that, I think we just go ahead and sign off here. Thanks to, of course, Tips, Chiral, Jen, of course, for playing. We always want to see that. And we have Harrison, and this is Corak signing off, hoping to see you in about a month.